fire people, calm water people.
Is that why we were looking at?
Yeah, that's why I was down the hole.
The disc profile.
Yeah, so earth, water, air, fire,
When
fire, phlegm, blood.
When
What?
did this question get us? I can't
About-
find
2
it.
seconds ago.
Just before the food
okay.
arrived, which is why I know about it. So I've had
Right.
time to go down the rabbit
Well,
hole.
crucially, why am I getting a voicemail that came at 3:24? It's only just come through now.
So it's the cell blockers it is.
So what do each of the elements represent?
So,
They can wait.
Whatever
so
your
the
heart desires.
so
No, I need
classically, Earth.
to know. Oh no, I'm melancholic. What am I talking about?
Earth is melancholy. So Earth is melancholy, black bile, the steady, supportive,
Orchids.
phlegmatic water. They're the sort of conscientious, cautious. I think probably more water than melancholy. Personal, but sanguine is air. Socially useful, influencers, inspiring. And then the choleric, fire, ruling, obsessive, dominant, direct.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Speaking of, actually, no, not speaking of anything. Can you call Jesse on your laptop? You might get a little bit better sound. So maybe just start with mine.
Probably.
So
Hold on a minute.
if I could tell you what the classical elements are. You'd like to get what actually? Should I just Google classical elements?
So the
Yeah, I've got
classical
this
elements
table
are
here.
earth, water, wind,
So-
earth, water, air, and fire
Okay,
are
so
the
this is
classical
what we're going
elements.
off.
This is mostly a vibes-based thing.
Yeah.
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 So vibe would say Mordred is melancholic, but it doesn't actually mean just sad.
And if you have additional elements you want to put in, you're welcome to. If you want the element your character associated with to be radium, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
Reactive. Reactive. Yeah. No, as in that's what radium would be.
So if you go down the list of modern things to do with
This one's
water,
black, this one's yellow. This one's red. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah.
What color is phlegmatic?
it doesn't really matter. It's just water. It's blue.
Blue. Okay. Black, blue, red, yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So phlegmatic, analytical.
This is a conscious question. I'd like
No,
to-
actually,
Analytical.
it's also
You
wise.
don't
I'd like to
understand the
acknowledge
question.
that, and I'd like to.
I
move
quite
past
like
that.
the revenge, retaliation,
different
conserving.
And she's fire, right? I mean,
Me?
Zora's fire.
Would we like a different hero point?
No.
No. Oh, you do? Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I think probably. But if we're going for,
I'll tell you what.
I would also go melancholic.
Next week,
In
I'll
its-
send out a quiz you can do for your character that will give you some sort of person.
Oh, shit.
Myers.
Can we do the Myers-Briggs?
Can we do
please?
Myers Briggs?
It's like
I can't
30
wait till
questions
Mordred
long.
gets.
It's fine.
Mordred's gonna get the same as me.
We'll do
I think you're right.
Myers-Briggs.
I think you're melancholic.
For this week, different prompt.
Oh, we were totally on it. Hold on. Shall I see if I can get Jesse? Well,
Yeah, you get Jesse.
Okay.
Because we'll need to tell him the prompt as well.
Okay.
Different hero point question. Could you try to summarize your character with one word?
Jesse. I don't even know where I've
That
got
could
Jesse.
be like adjective to describe them. That could be one word to kind of summarize what they're like. It could be how they are or emotional sort of thing. Any direction.
Can it be what they're destined to do?
Is Jesse
It's very specific, but if you like.
on?
I was just texting him. Yeah.
On
Discord.
yeah,
Let me check.
because I'd need. I've got him.
If you need any help with words, let me know.
He's not my
Yeah,
friend.
that's
That's the
right.
problem.
What I do
So
for
I've
trade.
just added him.
And he's now no longer responding to me.
Maybe he just won't be there.
He just simply vanished.
That's right, big dish done. Hang
Oh, yeah,
on the
what's
back of
the-
the ship.
Oh yeah, he fell off the ship. Oh, that's fun. I'm keen to do big stuff if he's in for this session. We'll give it a try. We'll do the recap and sort out the
So I don't think he's in any of the Oh, he's in Adventures in Random. No, he's in Strahd.
Is there a D&D group Discord that I'm not part of?
No, there's been.
Tell him that I've opened a chat in the Curse of Strahd Discord. We use it every now and again for this, largely. Okay.
The reason you're not in any is because you're always here.
No, I think I've probably missed your session.
I don't think you have.
No, I don't think you
There are
have.
no intentions.
I simply perished
I-
without my D&D for the week, so...
Share that for him as well. Okay.
Alright, I'm trying to think of a word.
Mm-hmm.
It's like where you always thinking the worst of someone or expecting the
All right.
Optimistic?
So that's
Cynical.
Sorry, I didn't even point that close to your head.
No, that's fine.
Cynicism. Cynical.
Misanthrope.
That's it.
Misanthropic, yeah.
I knew I'd heard that word when I
are we changing the question? Are you changing the
I'm
question?
changing the question.
Oh.
Upon feedback, a review was conducted internally. We decided to change
Well,
it.
I am sad about that.
I've
But okay.
Galen
I've
once
noted
called
your
me,
sadness.
like a
Sorry.
few years ago, a walking thesaurus with more personality, which is what I try to be on an everyday basis.
One
What's your
word
favourite
summary.
dinosaur? Thesaurus.
We're getting into it quickly.
One word summary.
Mm-hmm. One word to sum up your character. Could be an adjective to describe them. Could be a word about their emotional state. Anything like that. Jesse says he's not been on Discord for a while. He's trying to open it up and log in now.
Can I
So
put
that
in my
he's
most
looking
sincere
past whether he's
contradictorialities?
fighting with a robot.
It'll probably have about 300
Yeah.
updates.
Yeah.
That's right. We might get started without him,
Okay.
just because he's not in the scene we're starting with anyway.
One of the classic stuff.
And when he joins, he can join. Alright. So, Sibylla, do you have a one-word summary for? We have a one-word summary for Sibylla.
Cynical.
Cynical. Cynical. I like that. And Mordred.
Naive.
Naive.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm going to do something different, but no, it's
One for you, one for Chris. Drizella, what are we thinking?
Unstable.
Wonderful. Very, very
Yeah.
likable group. This.
I have one. Sorry.
Everybody got wonderful.
no one could have just said kind,
I feel
caring.
like Sibylla's been around the block a few times. I feel like Mordred's never left the block.
No, he hasn't.
Mordred's not out past the stoop.
Yeah.
He's Jenny from next door.
The threads of his mother's skirt are still.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I like to think the cloak he wears is actually his
He's
mother's, so.
Swaddled in
Yeah,
apron
yeah.
strings.
Yeah. Unstable.
Unstable.
She's red. She's red.
She's unstable.
So we were on.
You gotta go down to
Are we
Myers
still on the
Briggs.
ship?
We
Or
are,
did
sure.
leave the ship.
Fine.
Probably start.
You got
We're
my
recording?
test up.
Or do we want to wait till Jesse gets on before we?
Jesse may take 10, 20 minutes, so he can join when he joins.
Yeah.
Show.
Big B's still. We don't know where he is.
Big
Well,
B's
he fell off a boat last week.
Yeah.
So that's-
Maybe we could just encounter him drifting on a piece of water or something like that.
I love that.
On a little rescue raft.
Last week, after fighting off the mutinous Job Anderson, the entire Hispaniola was lifted from the water and brought upon a great flying ship, a monstrous craft built of old wood, different textures all around it, 4 sails along its enormous length, a great pelican at the masthead, a Jolly Roger. Brought aboard, the goods were taken off of it, you were all grabbed and blindfolded, you were later told the ship was just returned back to the ocean, with a few people still aboard it. You, however, were taken in front of a great gathering of pirates up on this flying ship to the sky, where you met Captain James Hook, great twisted metal for a hand, flamboyant red coat, generally strange and unnerving attitude, and he said, being friends of Mick Jones, that you would be welcome aboard the ship if you can work to pay your way. You were given the option of that, or walking off the plank and dying, and you all chose to work on the ship. Great decision, in my opinion. He gave you but 3 rules you must follow while on board this ship. No brawling without permission. No thieving from your fellow shipmates, and under no circumstances go onto the lower deck. Not 6 hours after arriving on the ship, you decided to go to the lower deck. A strange ticking noise and the barking of dogs. A strange ticking noise. That almost worked for a second. Strange ticking noise and a horrible pained moan and wails emanating from the lower parts of the ship in the quiet of the night. We open. You've successfully disabled some locks. You've wandered downstairs. It's about 2:30 in the morning. You've had a rest mechanically since you did all your stuff. So you
A long rest?
There's just rest.
Yes, it's
It's
rest.
Pathfinder.
Lovely.
But the trade-off is it doesn't give you back everything if you're really badly hurt.
No more curse. Yay.
About 2:30, you're high up in the air. Everywhere on the ship, there's this faint whine and whistle of air moving quite quickly outside the wooden structures. It's a little bit chill, more so than it's been the past days on the water. And you've descended down these steps into this fey prison. In the centre of the room is a giant crocodile, bound with iron shackles. I've got a map this time. Around the room, back half, you see a number of very small cages containing sprites and fae and fairies and insectoid creatures and this black oozing goo that you were having conversations with earlier. In the centre of the room, it is dominated by a truly enormous crocodile. This crocodile is, for your reference, about 50 feet long.
Is it real or is it like stone or something?
Oh no, it's real. It's a big rock. You see, these brass bars have been used to stick it down to where it is, so it can barely move. It shifts its feet slightly. It opens its mouth ever so slightly to call out in pain.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, it's not having a good time. And these large brass pipes come out of its back as something is being taken from it. In the front of the room, there are some larger cages containing other creatures. You see swarms of these bat-like fey things, a triad of these tree-like women, 2 rotting corpses covered in moss, what looks to be a pure white horse with a horn growing from the center of its head, and a extremely large, muscular, hairy man-ape creature in this one cage down the center here. You have identified that the entire floor underneath the crocodile, and indeed the floor of this room, just balks open if you pull the right levers in the right way. But we left last time in a debate between Sibylla and Mordred over whether the right thing to do was to free the crocodile right now, or wait until you're a little closer to shore. Sibylla, you knew from your occultism checks, crafting checks, that Chris, you with me?
Yeah.
Cool, sorry, just checking. That the Jolly could stay in the air for about an hour after you left this thing.
That's right.
And you're close to an hour away from shore. It's all very on the cusp here. If you wait even 15 minutes, you might be a lot closer to shore, but every minute you stay here, there is more and more chance you are discovered. The only other things in the room that seem to be of interest, big, the lighting's not great on this one, so a big warning sign near this lever here. Desk with a number of things on it. You probably have to investigate to know a bit more. Rows of bookshelves up the back here, and 2 very secure safes. You see the one on the right has a clover symbol on the front. The one on the left has what looks to be sort of like a jagged-edged square. It's unclear entirely what they represent.
I think he's in.
Jesse,
Yeah.
awesome.
I've been sitting here listening to you.
Beautiful. We left off last time right in the middle of a bit of an ethical dilemma. I might, if it's okay with you, we'll sort this out. Shouldn't take more than about 10 minutes or so, and then I'll introduce Bigby back into the scene. Does that sound okay?
No dramas.
Awesome. Sounds good. Drizella is gone. Drizella, you're up the top of the deck with Hook. Looking over Hook's office.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Up on the top of the ship.
Yep.
So that you know if someone is coming for that.
So at the end of last session, I remember I messaged into the crocodile's head,
You did indeed.
and you said it was going to reply, but
It does indeed. Can you remind me what it was you messaged into its head?
I can't remember. I think I just said, "Can we help you?" Yeah.
When you message into someone's head mechanically, does it automatically translate?
No.
It doesn't. Can you check that with me real quick? It's going to get a very different reply when you answer that.
And can it, if you message into someone's head, can it automatically message back?
It doesn't actually
It can
say.
message back.
It just says you mouth words quietly.
I'm going to assume it doesn't translate.
Yeah.
You
Sorry, first of all.
No,
no,
that's
no,
okay.
no, that's good. You wouldn't have got anything huge anyway. You hear it responds in a language I don't believe you speak. I'm just checking off the sheet real quick. Nope.
2 languages.
Music replies slowly. These ancient words, the sound of the tide slowly washing against the shore and back again in its speech. It sounds tired, it sounds pained. There's a glimmer of hope in what it says, as you talk, but you can't make out the meaning without speaking its language.
Okay. I'll probably say, we have to find a way to free it.
I believe we.
No, that's okay.
We found a lever last time.
Yep, so
We did find
you
it.
can see
It's the one with the
three
big wooden
levers
sign.
in here. One big here, big yellow signs on it, and there's also 2 others on the back of whatever this device holding it down is. I will tell you, can you give me a crafting check, either of you who wants to,
No, thanks.
and remember the numbers. Up
Oh,
at the top.
that's a crit
Awesome.
for 31.
31.
Damn.
Incredible.
And it's done using the app, so you can see that it's all.
Oh, neat.
because I haven't got my dice out yet.
That's all right. So you know immediately if you undo, if you first these 2 levers need to be pulled at the same time, the ones that are on the holding device. If you just pull them, it will remove the crocodile's bonds, and it'll be able to get free. If you pull this one first, however, this trapdoor will open, and the whole thing will slide out below. And you think most of this floor will come open as well.
Would that throw the cages down, do we think?
Doesn't look like it.
So if we were to free it without loosening the bonds, we'd be condemning it to basically to drown.
No, so Nerida was able to tell you that her understanding of Mordu and these primeval creatures, like the crocodile is, they can't be killed by elements of the natural world. So they cannot drown, they cannot fall to their death. They're just kind of beyond that. You can still kill them with weapons and that sort of thing, but they won't age, they won't anything like that.
If we drop this creature in a cage into the ocean, I think we're condemning it to a fate worse than death.
Oh, sorry, so it won't fall unless you open the cage. So your 2 options are, you can open the cage and let it loose on the ship, or you can open the trapdoor, then open the cage and it will fall down for you. But
Right.
you can't
So
drop
it's an
it.
order thing.
Yeah, so it's an order thing. Question is, are you letting it free on the ship, or do you crack open the trapdoor and let it fall down beneath the ship?
I want to look at the desk
Yeah,
to
for sure.
find if there's any papers about what is going on here.
You find a whole bunch of things. The most important of them is an open journal.
Mm.
You kind of skim through it. I'll let you make... Do you want to take this with you, or are you just going to skim through it now, do you think?
I'll take it with me.
Wonderful. In that case, I'll give you more details later, because you'll have plenty of time. The gist is you look through, and it's a series of experiments, work dating back years and years and years. It seems like the author of this journal has successfully found ways to basically remove the magic from Fae and use it for their own gain. Use it to heal injuries, use it to protect themselves. It's the way the ship flies, and getting something from the crocodile and using that to cause flight. There's recipes for powdered dryad tooth, fairy dust, leprechaun blood, all sorts of concoctions in here, and these various effects that they have.
Would I be able to determine, looking from my crafting check,
Yeah,
as part of that, would I be able to determine whether the levers would be pullable by someone of my stature?
you can imagine it'll be an athletics check, and you crit, so I'll tell you it's an athletics check of DC 14. So not huge.
I've got a plus 12, I think, to athletics, not 10.
Wonderful. So you pretty much can't fail.
How many of us are here?
Is it only the 2 of you out here? Well, Merida is with you for the moment.
Just magically vanished.
I'd
No,
probably
she's
say
around and she'll help you out. She didn't have much to say last time, so I don't think she has anything to say now.
I'll probably just say, this is abhorrent. We need to free all these Fae. We can't let this keep happening.
Should we free the crocodile first?
I don't know. That we should free the other Fae first.
At this point, I'm going to tell you, I'm about to roll dice. If I roll a certain number, someone's going to notice you're down here. If not, no one is down yet. I'm going to do that every now and again.
Listen, how are
first
we going
one's
to free them
roll.
without the hole anyway? So let's free the croc, creates a hole, and then others can get out afterwards.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take a lever each, and on the count of 3, we'll pull a lever.
Okay.
So each one pulls a lever.
Wonderful. You're letting the crocodile free, or you're opening the trapdoor first?
We're gonna
Open
try and do it at
trapdoor
the same
first.
time.
So double levers releases the crocodile. Looks like a safety feature, so
Yeah.
only one person can slip down here and let it go.
Right.
If you pull them, it'll become free on the ship. If before you pull those, you pull the yellow lever, the trapdoor will open,
We should open
and that will mean when you open the crocodile, it'll drop out the ship. And be free.
Yeah. Then if we do that, then we won't be able to free it.
No. It opens the trapdoor, then you free the crocodile, and it falls through the
Crocodile
trapdoor.
falls through the trapdoor, can't die from falling, so it just falls in itself.
Can I just do a thing before we make this decision?
So if you want to free it, you do the
I'm gonna-
trapdoor first.
I'm going to cast Translate, which is Comprehend Languages,
Mhm.
which will last for an hour,
Yeah, for sure.
to see if I can understand anything these Fae creatures are saying.
You cast translate. What was happening in the world? I mean, you speak Fae, don't you?
I speak Aklo.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so the only thing you would have understood before are these two what look like corpses in this long cage here. Zoom in a little bit. What look to be these like moss-covered corpses, muttering the occasional phrase, count the coins, buckle the shoe. Just bits, fragments. Sometimes they'll just say things like hello. It sounds like just utter gibberish. There's no rhyme. There's no reason to it. It sounds like fragments of another life.
Yeah.
Casting that though, you get Fae, which is what most of the stuff in here is speaking. You see what sounded like these magical chimes and these sort of just background noises suddenly become a very clear language in your head.
Yeah.
Almost everything in here is trying to talk to you at once. It's very loud. It's very overwhelming.
One at a time.
Who do you point to anyone in particular when you say that? So down here we've got
Eight
bat-like
person.
fairies,
I wanna talk to
bat-like
the eight
fairies,
person.
big 8 person.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
While she's doing that, I'm going to the lever that opens the trapdoor.
Yep, for sure. You head over to that. That one, very big, huge warning signs around it. You see it talks over you.
Hi there, I'm Mordred.
You see it tilts its head a little bit and goes, Mordred. You see it says, I am Stronghand.
Nice to meet you, Stronghand. Who put you here? Was it Hook?
And see, as you say that, you see a lot of the Fae kind of freak out a little bit. The flying fairy.
It's okay.
swords.
We're not friends of Hook. We're not friends of Hook.
You see, he says, yes, it keeps us.
And the crocodile? Do you know anything about that?
Kind of looks around the room and goes, first.
Free the crocodile first, or first prisoner?
Points to the crocodile, says second, and points to the locked vault on the left.
Ooh.
2 locked vaults, one on the left, one on the right. This one's got a clover on the front. This one has a slanted, crooked square. And then goes rest. Points around the room.
Are you in pain?
You see, you see, it says, not I. They are, though. So he says, he only takes my fur.
That's horrible.
But he takes wings, blood, teeth, and just points various things out of the fair in the room.
I'll probably turn around. Can I approach the triad of dryads?
Yes, I can. You see the 8-man says to you, points at the swarm of fairies in one of the large box cages and says, you let them out, all of us are out.
Oh,
They are good with locks.
thank you. Okay, I'll go up to the swarm of fairies.
You see just a full swarm of these little, strange, bat-like fairies. Pointy teeth, weird wings fluttering around. There's probably about 100 of them in the stage, and they'll they each.
I'll walk up and I'll say, "Hi there, I'm Mordred.
You see, Mordred.
We're here to help you."
One with kind of like a cloth wrapped around its head flies to a front of the cage and looks out. You and says,
Yeah.
Good. Look.
Will you help us free everyone else?
Yes.
Can I make a vibe check generally? Do these
For sure.
seem like
There's a perception check. While you're doing that, Chris, are you opening this? Are you pulling the lever?
I'll look back for reassurance from our.
1 minute?
Okay.
That's a 17.
17?
Yeah. Pass.
17.
I'm literally going to take this. 59, 58, 57.
17 is exactly what you need to pass for this check. These are chaos pixies. This is a swarm of chaos pixies. They will probably open the locks because that will cause chaos. They will be unhelpful, generally speaking, but they will probably open the locks.
Okay.
They seem like their one goal is to just fuck shit up, basically. You can see them just eyeing over the Fae, the most dangerous ones, looking at the crocodiles, looking at the big lever that Sibylla's holding.
Can I cast a calm spell on them?
Yeah.
To calm their more chaotic natures?
Yeah, for sure.
They've all got to make a will save.
Unfortunately, you burn the spell, these things are immune to mental effects.
Fair enough.
We need
As-
Gilderoy Lockhart to take care of pixies.
These
Yes.
very, very much seem like a
The Harry
Cornish
Potter,
pixies,
yeah.
what they're called in that one.
I'll say, we've got no other choice.
Mhm.
Help us and you can be free.
Mhm.
Just please try not to cause chaos. I know it's in your nature, but please.
All 107 of them in the cage go.
I'll open the cage.
You crack open the cage.
Before I do that,
Mhm.
can I just put my backpack on the inside of my cloak?
Yeah, sure thing. You use that. You actually, so you don't have a key or anything, and these are locks. So you'll need some way to open it.
Okay.
Not a terribly difficult problem to solve, though.
Can I look around for a key?
No key down here. There was no key on the desk.
Oh.
Sibylla, what are you thinking?
I'm probably down to 19, 18, 17.
Okay.
Alright.
Can
Up,
I-
4, 3, 2, 1.
You pull it. You hear. You would all hear things of depressurizing door on an aeroplane. Your characters don't really know what that sounds like. As this trapdoor at the head of the crocodile just goes thunk, and then a light casts in from the outside, even though it's night time. It's very dark in this room, and cold air hurling in. Some of the papers from the desk go flying. The door clunks open. And you hear gears and stuff turning, lifting the platform of these crocodiles up to a slight angle. Once you release it, it's going down that way. There's now a big hole in the ground, air flooding
Are
through.
we being sucked into it?
Not that much suction, it's not like a vacuum or anything, but it's definitely like if you're right near the edge of this, you're gonna take
Yeah,
it.
I'm just
As-
keep my hands on the
Yeah.
lever.
Yeah.
Just-
As this
It's-
happens,
Additionally, it's also loud. So I'm now going to make that check with disadvantage to see if anyone overhears you.
can I, as that happens,
Mhm.
message into Drizella's head?
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
on a range of 120 feet.
Yeah.
And I'll say, get down here now, we're getting out.
Wonderful. Drizella, what are you doing?
Is anyone moving up here?
Doesn't seem like it yet. I'm about to make a check to see if they're overheard, but certainly you can see Hook's silhouette in their study. You see they're still wearing their hat with their big feather. They seem to be writing at their desk. Would be your best guess of what they're doing.
Can I hear the sounds of this?
Not that loud.
Nothing obvious at the moment.
No, it's not like there's screaming or anything like that happening. It's louder. It will be louder than an empty room.
Just remind me, my font of knowledge friend here.
I will.
Do we have an idea of the two maps and where we have to go to get the treasure?
We currently don't have the maps.
Correct.
We know that the location is south, way south, like a month's travel south. So we can't do that without jeopardizing the Beast King mission. But we think Hook probably has the map.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption to make.
Alright, fair enough.
The map was on Smollett. Smollett, you haven't seen since the ship was grabbed.
I will start to head in a not desperately fast way.
I'll send a second message. Quickly!
Like I'm literally just wandering through the ship, so not in a rush to be
Wonderful.
anywhere at the
In
moment.
the time it takes Drizella to get from where she is down to the bottom, I'm going to make just one check to see if anyone comes past. You are down there. You open up the pixies. They start. Sorry, you still haven't opened up because you don't have any means to.
Yes.
Wonderful. What's
I'm
your
doing
next move? Thing is open. You pull these two latches. The crocodile will be free, and the floor will open up all the way. You reckon? Anything you want to do in the meantime? You've got those two locked vaults. Still a couple of things on the desk you might want to have a look at.
How far away are the vaults?
Vaults are on the opposite side of the room to you, Sibylla. They're probably closer to Mordred.
Okay. And the desk?
The desk is right next to you, Sibylla.
Alright, well, that seems logical. I'll have a look at that.
You head over. The things on the desk you see a leather-bound book with what looks like a screaming face on the cover, a collection of sketches of various fae and that sort of thing with notes about them, a set of golden scales, a gold skull with ruby eyes, a pot of warm tea, and the space where that journal would have come from. But you also see a silver bell.
Okay.
Do any of those things you want to grab?
So, from the tea, can I smell it and do like an occultism check?
Yeah, for sure.
And see if I recognise if it's actually tea?
Absolutely.
24.
24. This is tea. It's a tea known as Scholar's Aid. It's a mixture of rosemary and a few other herbs that are supposed to improve the memory of the drinker.
Okay. Well, the golden skull is heavy.
It's a solid gold skull, like human-sized skull, so it's certainly not light. No, you'd probably need two hands to pick that up.
Don't we have a bag of holding?
No, we did this one last week as well. No bag of holding. It's not too
Oh,
so
no,
heavy
we
that
have
you
one
can't
in
bring it.
Casastrada.
Not so
All
heavy
sorts
that you
of
can't
random
bring it.
shit.
As you look a little closer, you see it's got these four horns stylized, two at the front, two at the back.
Mhm.
There's ruby eyes. Grab that.
Yeah, and so there was a skull, there was the book with the face on it.
Yep, skull, book with a
Silver
face
bell.
on it, what looks to be like an encyclopedia about fae, a silver bell, a set of gold scales, and a small and a tea.
The skull and the bell.
Yep.
Is that feasible? I don't
Absolutely,
think I'll be able to take
you
everything.
get the bell, put that in your pocket. Roll me just a d20 luck check as you pick up the bell.
Oh, God.
Luck is just straight d20.
15.
15, lovely. You pick up the bell. It doesn't ring. Make of that what you will. You put it in your pocket. Skull in your hands, leaving behind the golden scales, the Fey Encyclopedia, and the tea. Just in case anyone else wants to grab something from the desk. Then at the back, you've got two big, what look like secure vaults with like blast tools on them. Oh, sorry, three. It's not two.
So with the cage,
Mhm.
Is there any means I can think of that would allow me to open this?
It's a lock. It's got a lock on it. You don't have the key for it. It doesn't look terribly secure. Like it's not. It's made out of kind of older metal. Looks to be iron of some
I
kind.
don't have any thievery proficiency.
Mhm.
Um,
You could try to break it.
would that be feasible?
Yeah. So you can break through as an action pathfinder. That uses your athletics
Oh.
check.
Sorry.
So,
I wonder why I felt like I couldn't do anything. It's on my sheet.
I've got one.
Giselle, I'm going to say I'll round it out now. You top the stairs here.
Okay. I wandered down. I messaged into Mordred, said, I thought we were getting out of here. You appear to still be here.
I'm trying to free the imprisoned Fae.
That's not what you said. You said we were leaving.
It's complicated. Get down here and you can help us, maybe.
Leave. That's what we're doing.
Free
Leaving.
the Fae and then leave.
I message into
So what?
Sibylla said, how do we leave? As I'm walking down the stairs.
Mhm.
How do we leave? What is our way out?
I look down the portal.
Are the portal's open now?
Yep, portal's open.
Or
You're about probably 2 leagues from the ground, so about a 4 minutes to stay before.
Or, alternatively, we bar the door and ride it out until we come to landfall.
That's not a bad idea.
That would be that's my thing. I think if you can get down here, Drizella.
I'm down.
Oh, you're here. Okay.
So you've brought me down here under the false pretenses of getting out to instead imprison us in here and what? Guard the door.
There's a big hole in the floor. We could just get out.
Yes.
I look through the big hole in the floor and go,
It's a long way.
and die.
At this point, I'm making another check to see if anyone's overheard you. Just so you know about the passage of time.
I didn't get a chance
Do we
to
sense
do
like
the lock.
Oh, well, you can still make that check.
Do we sense like a notable shift in the movement of the ship because the
ship-
crocodile's gone?
So Crocodile's still there.
We have
Crocodile's still up there. Crocodile's still timing. Crocodile is ready to go. You just need to pull those last 2 levers at the same time.
Oh,
But when you do that, you feel like the entire floor is going to open up.
And
So
then,
you'll probably fall dead if you're rolling for it.
Sorry.
so if you want to ride it out, you need to release the crocodile
Oh, just enough.
just as you're coming into land.
You can see the Fae all around are, the ones that you can see are like jumping up and down, shaking at the doors. They all seem very
The
anxious.
absolute worst thing you can roll with your hero point.
9. No.
No,
11.
10.
Oh, 10, yeah.
So that's a 20.
20. Paul. That won't do it. I'm afraid.
Can I
You
see
try to
anything in
break
any of
the
these
sword and
cages
try to
that
pull,
looks-
you don't manage to get higher.
Can I see anything in any of these cages that looks interesting or speaks Necrol?
Absolutely, there's
By
two
chatting
things that
in
look,
Necrol.
there's 2 things I think you'd say look interesting.
Mm.
There are 2 like corpses covered in this moss that are standing there, twitching occasionally, doing much else.
Yep.
And up the back of the room, there is this black molting ooze with one red eye.
Okay.
That everything else has got bars on its cage. It
Yeah.
has what looks to be like glass.
Yeah. I will go and look at whether I can liberate those 2.
Yeah, for sure. You could break the glass pretty easily.
I shall break the glass on the ooze.
Wonderful. Give us an athletics check, and you will succeed regardless, but you might take a little bit of glass damage.
Try and break it again.
Yeah, nothing stopping it. It'll just be a case of time.
Fine, I shall help free the creatures.
Can I try again?
while I think of it. Pizzas, $8. 23 bucks.
Yep. 15.
Can I try again?
So that's the 4th check.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you stop after the 6th.
I've rolled nothing above a 10.
15 is enough. You go in there, elbow, or you pick up something nearby, smash the glass. You see the ooze with this one red eye, little bubbles popping on its surface as it speaks. Thank you. And it sludges onto the ground. You see as it does, the wood burns around it. As it just starts sliding towards the stairs.
Oh, I
22
smile
on my
and
last
let
one.
it go. I go, have fun. You're welcome.
While they're doing that, can
I'll
where
go
access
let
the
skeletons
door?
out.
So you've got this is the trapdoor that's just
And
open.
then there's a door. So
Oh, the door out
shift
is
it.
up these stairs.
Okay, and does this door seem barrable?
Oh, very. It's you're inside a vault, so if you close that door and jam it, you'd be very, very secure. Have you beat a 30?
No way near. That's impossible for me without a nat 20.
Looks like just breaking this with brute force is going to be very difficult for you.
But you said it looked very breakable.
I thought you could hit 30, sorry.
No, that's not possible for me.
Oh, what do you have add to athletics?
Plus 10.
Oh, yeah. So crit. My apologies then.
Sorry.
You might need to find some other way to break a metal cage.
This oozy thing seems to dissolve stuff.
Yep.
Can I... Will the oozy... Excuse me, I do not know if you have a name. Would you be so kind as to maybe try and eat through some of these locks
You see
on your way out?
You see it says, Fizzit.
Fizz the locks.
No, my name.
Oh,
Fizzit.
Fizzit. Oh, that's a most excellent name.
And you see an oozy finger comes up and it kind of points around the room. You see it says, Witch Lock.
The skeletons.
You see the eye looks over to Mordred for a second, looks over to you, and it just gives you a little nod, and slides along. And you see where it stopped for a second, the wood's almost eaten through. As you see, it slides over, goes over to the locks on the bits on the skeleton. You see, it just kind of climbs up the metal. It seems to be able to stick to stuff quite easily. Circles up around the lock for a few moments, and then you hear clunk as you see the door slides off, ooze comes down, lock opens up.
I'm
It's
imagining
stone.
this while Mordred's desperately trying to break this lock.
Why won't you open?
And I'm just like, if visit, if you don't mind, just like dissolve, it would make him much happier.
I'll send Sean as
If
well.
you'd rather leave, that's also up to you.
Help action, absolutely.
No, I'm just going to get Sean to do.
I'm also
acid blast.
And I say to
Onto the
That will also.
I say to Visit, I'm also anticipating that the creatures that entrapped you here may come down those stairs. So if you would like to, you would appear to be very good at eating through wood. So if you wanted to eat through some of those stairs so that if they run down them, they will fall to their watery death, you are welcome to do that.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh dear, that's not my strong suit.
Sean, do you
But,
acid
okay.
blast?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you ask Mordred to get out of the way?
13.
Of course.
Wonderful. You just-
Can I have a...
You
Oh,
understand?
can I-
Yes,
Yeah,
get it.
I have
So
ooze
Yes,
things.
ma'am.
Let me check my
you
ooze
do have
things.
ooze
I don't
things.
like
Then
cats.
check your ooze things.
Oh, let
I
me
like
just...
cats.
Because he sounds oozy.
It is an ooze mechanic.
Let me just see what ooze
Either way,
benefits I
give us-
get.
Roll some damage for acid blast. It's a structure, so it automatically critically fails.
Okay.
Ooze
1d8.
laws. I'm trained in ooze
That's
law.
a 6.
6. You see, it's not enough to break it. You see, it eats through a lot of the metal. It will now be significantly easier to open. Just try.
19.
19. We're one away from what you need. I'm so sorry, Mordred. You. So you're trying. So at this point, I'm going to give you 2 options.
Yeah.
You can all either free the croc now and get out of here, or I'll make another roll to see if anyone notices.
Can I use ooze law instead of diplomacy?
Absolutely. you can
In
use
that
both
case,
roles.
that would be a dirty 20.
20. That will probably be enough to influence this thing. That is enough to influence this thing.
I get
you see
I
it
get
says-
minus lots
Oh,
against all other creatures in diplomacy, so it seems fitting.
You see it heads over to the stairs.
Okay,
What do we think? Do you want to get out of there? Do you want to keep trying to?
I'm
free
liking
the thing?
Visit.
I really
I
want
want
to
to
free
be.
the Fae.
I want to
To
be
be absolutely
friend
clear,
Visit.
your one better roll from getting this. It's the DC
I
currently is
have not.
20.
I've rolled 1 roll out of 12
Mhm.
above a 10.
That's really unfortunate. You're using the same dice.
Yeah.
Get it, better dice.
God.
Can I try one more time?
Yeah, for sure. But if you do, I'll make that roll to see if anyone notices you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mordred's not leaving until all the Fae are free.
Oh my God.
We did bar the door though, didn't we?
You haven't done yet, but people.
No, I've sent Visit to make holes in the stairs.
21!
2 things happen. You crack open the door. These little chaos fairies fly throughout the room. And with a 2 on the dice, someone hears. Flying around the room. At the top of the door, you hear, coming from down the hallway, it's unlocked! Oh dear. And someone walking down the hallway towards the top of the stairs.
Can I?
You will have a round of action before that happens.
Can I, is there a chair at the
I
desk?
think we need to release.
Yep.
Can I put it
crocodile.
under the door so it makes like a wedge so they can't open
Sibylla,
the door?
how do you release the
One
crocodile?
action to get the
2
chair,
levers
one
back.
action to pick it
Right.
up.
Well, let's do that then.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Do that. You've
Mordred's
just got
having
enough.
a
You'll be
tizzy.
at the top of the
Alright.
stairs. You go there, shove the door.
We might be able to hang
You
on
Just
the
do
hole.
it in
door with
unison.
that.
So maybe like, hang on, have I got any equipment?
I've just put a chair
As-
under the handle so it kind
No,
of...
no. I'm just looking at our equipment. Here.
I think we're going to try and.
I've got a rope. Can I tie myself to something so that when I pull this lever, I'm not going to...
I love that. Absolutely. That's what you use your turn to. Pull up rope, tie rope to you, tie rope to something else.
Yeah, so just kind of like tie me there so I don't want to fall through the trapdoor
Right.
and then get ready to go.
I see Sibylla do that, and I do that with my insides.
But pulling the other lever.
Pulling the other
Drusilla and I are going to pull the 2 levers.
As you run up with this chair, you see, walking towards the door, can you give me a perception check really quick? And Jesse, are
No,
you
I
with us?
really don't think I can.
Oh no, Bigby's going down the hole I've just created.
That's a 24.
Wonderful. Yeah,
I'm
Jesse?
here.
Yes, it.
Awesome. What do you add to deception checks?
Deception. Let me have a look.
Deception with a D.
Plus 10.
Wonderful. Mordred, you see, walking towards the door, what at first looks like a pirate sailor, but is in fact your friend Bigby, wearing a pirate disguise.
Big B, get the hell in here! I was gonna lock you out.
Watch the hole. That's visit.
Okay.
Can I reach forward and just grab Bigby's arm and pull him in?
For sure.
Visit
Jeez,
goes.
I'm gone for a couple of minutes and everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
Did you find the puffer fish?
Oh. Yeah, I saw a pufferfish. That was a bit weird. Where did you send it?
Yeah. Interesting.
It seemed like it was trying to say something to me, but I didn't understand anything.
Bigby, would you like to tell the party where you've been now, or would you like to do it later?
Later.
Wonderful. Let me know when you do, because I've got a little flashback scene for you that we'll do.
Okay, sick.
Wonderful. So,
What are we
Bigby
doing?
is in.
Alright. Do we bar the door?
Ropes are tied. Door is
I bar the door after it comes in, obviously.
You see the little chaos
Are you going to
pieces
explain to Bigby what the plan is here?
are undoing locks left and right. They're not touching either of the big, strong vaults up the back here with the clover on one and the
Bigby, can you
lopsided
pick
square on
locks?
that the diary
Yeah, I can actually.
Bigby can pick locks. Mordred.
Yeah,
Mordred's
I'll
been
pick
struggling with locks.
Okay.
I'll update you on what the
Thievery
plan is.
kit.
I'm gonna get Sean to like make a little loop
What does that
around
actually
the
give
hole
me?
as well. It's just so it
Do you-
doesn't.
I love that.
Doesn't
That's
go.
so fun.
Do you want any locks picked, given that we're now sort of prepped to pull the levers?
We should check out what's in those vaults. The ape creature said that there were... Hang on, what was the ape?
Yep.
Strong arm.
Yeah,
strong.
the strong hand says
Strong
that
hand.
one of them was the second thing.
Yeah.
You see at that point the dryads are free, and one of them walks over to these huge plant women, leaves growing all over them, kind of strange crooked faces like the way wood grows, a little odd, but still enchanting to look at. You see one of them walks over to you and puts a hand on your shoulder, and as it does, you understand it. As you see it says, beware the bloody lady, for she resides within.
What are my skeletons up to?
They seem to be completely motionless, standing
Oh,
in the
bless
cage. Yeah,
Oh.
still just muttering occasionally. You see
Alright,
another
so am I
dryad.
having a crack at one of these locks?
Yeah. Do you want to do the one with a clover on it, or the one with a weird shape on it that we don't really know that's got significance in the diary?
Which one did the ape point at?
The weird square.
The weird square is the one we think.
Oh, weird. Okay, let's do that then.
Awesome. Give it a go.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. This is quite a secure lock. As you're doing it, you think there's no way I can open this, and then inexplicably, the lock opens.
Ooh.
Now, I will tell you mechanically, you usually need at least 3 successful checks to open a lock.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah, I know,
odd
because I
happens here.
managed to get 3 in a row last time.
Yeah,
That's
something
wild.
else. The door opens and you see this fairly large stone vault. In the center, there is a fine piece of velvet covering something. It looks very flat.
Okay, can I do a check for traps or something?
Absolutely, you can do a check for traps. That's just a perception check.
Just a perception check, sweet. That'll be a 16 on perception.
You don't believe there to be traps.
Okay, I'll pull the velvet thing off.
You pull it off and you see, for a moment, underneath the velvet, your own decapitated head looking back at you. Flies coming out of your mouth. And then you realize it is a shard of mirror.
Oh no.
Oh.
And we have a
Okay.
shared mirror.
You do. You have
Oh,
2.
I'll grab that velvet again, put it back over it,
Yeah.
and then pick it up with that and put it in my pocket.
Yep, you grab that, you have another shard of mirror.
Please.
Another shard of the... Have you guys got the name for it yet? I think you
Mirror of Veritas.
have. Mirror of Veritas.
I think
Oh,
I've
yeah,
got
yeah.
one. Bigby's
Are we
got one.
getting out of here, or do you want me to have a crack at the other lock?
Yeah, if you can.
I think the plan is to try and wait for this ship to come into land so we don't have to fall quite as far as we currently have to fall, and then we let out this crocodile and jump through the hole. When we pull the levers, the floor disappears.
You don't want to land on the crocodile.
Okay, so on the
We could land.
on my next roll, I've just rolled a crit, so
fly the
that
crocodile
is
down.
a 28,
That thing
but it's
can't
plus
die,
10,
so
right?
we'll be fine.
28 and a crit is
We
2
can.
successes.
It's going to be
Sweet.
great.
So
Okay.
awesome job. So you get an
So
extra.
I'll roll again to try to get the third lock.
Yep.
That one is only a 15.
Ugh. I'm afraid that one is a critical failure. However, you're in a room full of magical creatures. You see one of the. You see this short man with a red hat, great big beard covered in blood, with an enormous scythe. How they got the scythe, you're not quite sure of. They didn't have it earlier.
Okay.
Walks up to you
Yeah.
and goes, "Yes,
Do I understand?
and you're able to make the check again. You do. They're speaking Dark Fae. You see, they say, "My cousin is trapped in there. Free him, and I shall grant you the gift of his blood."
Oh, okay,
Maybe
cool.
you should open that one.
Oh, fuck me, I just rolled another crit.
Nice. That
I haven't
lets,
rolled this many nat 20s in my whole life. I swear I'm not cheating too.
Eh.
Just because I'm online.
you see
Okay.
a very short man. We're talking like Yoda short, up to your knee, swatted in fine crafted emerald green robes, holding a knotted wooden stick, with a bald patch, frantic orange hair. As you see, they take a step out, crack their neck a little, and say, "Oh, that's very good, isn't it?" See, people buzzing in, so they tap their stick once and say, "Everybody quiet!" And everyone freezes. As you see, they go, "Right." Give their face a little bit of a scratch. Look over you, Big B, and say, "Thank you." Where is it?
You're welcome.
Yes. You see, pulls out a little, tiny, like A7 bit of paper, absolutely tiny envelope, that is sealed in place by a little gold 4-leaf clover. As you see, they say, "Usually I have a whole speech, but you're in a hurry. I'm in a hurry. Take this. Read it later." And then say, "All right,
Thank you.
I'll be off." And then walk back into the vault, slam the door behind them, and then it bangs, opens back up, and there's no one in there.
That's cool.
And you see, as they
Nice.
disappear,
I think we just saved a leprechaun.
you
Yeah.
most certainly have just saved a leprechaun. Great fortune to thee. And all of the face stuff starts moving about again as they go. Good call on the leprechaun.
Nice.
I'm going to make one more check. Anything anyone else wants to do before you go?
I don't think so. Is everyone free at this point?
Just about. There's a few other things.
Can I make a little speech?
Yeah,
for the
absolutely.
day? I'll just say, I know we may not all be aligned, but for the time being, please put your quarrels aside and get out of here. Save yourselves.
You see, as you say this, some Canuts are just smacking the shit out of some fairies and just look up to you. Alright. Hands on each other's shoulders. They, start making a plan.
Can I try and make an impression?
Yeah, for
by
sure,
doing
you can
that?
make an impression. See if a bunch of random fae owe you favors.
That's going to be a 26.
That's a pretty good impression.
Yeah.
That'll work on some of them, not all of them. 26, is that enough to get the big one? It is. You see the unicorn. This horse, flowing silver mane, stars kind of in it, sparkling.
Wow.
As you see it walks up to you, points its horn towards you, and then its head is kind of knocked away to the side as it points to you again. Its head defers. Tries one more time really hard, and you see flying in from the open hole underneath the ship, a dark bird, a raven or a crow of some kind, flies up and skewers itself on the unicorn's horn. As the beast then is startled and starts just running around away from you.
Was it a raven?
Hard to tell without a survival check.
No, I don't know. I've got a fear of corvids, so am I mechanically frightened?
It's corvid, yeah, you're frightened.
Okay, cool.
The rest of you all receive a unicorn's blessing. You've got a pool of 5 points. You can add these to any d20 you like. You can add all 5 if you like. You can add 1 and 1 and 1.
We have 5 each.
Yep, 5 each.
5
You've got
unicorn
You've got 5
points.
unicorn points.
5 unicorn points. I love that.
Okay. I've got such a random collection of things in my notes. It's
Because
amazing.
unicorns believe in the power of friendship, you can also give someone else your unicorn points.
Thank you.
You can give away your unicorn points.
You can give
You're
away
frightened.
unicorn points.
Do you not get unicorn points?
No, because God hates me.
Not God, but something does.
I give
Well,
Mordred
Mm-hmm.
all my unicorn
You give Mordred
points.
all
No,
5
no,
of them.
no.
Yes.
No way.
No. I give Mordred all 5 of my unicorn points and go, you need it more than I do.
I
And
don't need
they
it, I don't
are
need
a little bit sparkly for my taste. And you do give away all the money. So it makes a change. I give Mordred all my unicorn points.
You see, the unicorn is so moved by your act of generosity, a single tear falls from its cheek, lands on the wooden ship, and a plant grows out of a bright red rose, and you regain 5 unicorn points.
Can I? Would I know any tradition around unicorns? Like,
So you're currently scared.
You are mechanically you're feared at the moment,
national
so-
animal of Scotland.
that's a nat one.
So that's a critical fail 0. You think this is a horse with a cancerous growth.
Yeah.
And in fact, you would have never heard of unicorns while you were being raised.
Fair enough. That's interesting.
A gaping hole in your education.
Mordred's just kind of disgusted and will wrap up the corvid that killed itself and push it out the hole.
Yeah. Anyone doing anything else before we drop these last?
Is there anything else we haven't checked? We've got. Oh, can I get the journal?
Yeah, you've got the journal.
No, the one that Sibylla saw with the screaming face.
Oh yeah, you don't know if it's a journal, but yeah, you grabbed that other book.
Oh, sorry, the one with the screaming face on it.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
want the
screaming
scales
face
as
book.
well?
I'll take anything that I can. From
Yeah, cool. You grab the golden scales, the screaming face book. Did you grab the Fey Encyclopedia?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure. You grab that. You take the tea. Good choice. You grab that. You see the crocodile's mouth trying to open as if it's trying to speak, but it can't while it's held still.
Can I message into his head?
Don't drop me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll say, we're going to let you go now. Where is it that you belong?
You see it just responds with the waves and the sand will call me home.
Handy.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Um,
To you?
Doesn't respond.
I think we should get on the back of the crocodile. I know it sounds crazy, but it was just talking to me, and it said, hold on, and I think it means hold on to it.
okay.
I
Drizella,
haven't let us run
can we get
before.
on top of the crocodile? Or can we...
It's there's certainly enough room on the crocodile.
You can get in
I
through
would
the
like
back.
to sign language to the crocodile. We are friends.
You see
Or attempt to. I don't know if you can understand it or not, but we'll try.
you sign. It's pretty much completely immobile with all the restraints on it. It's hard to tell whether or
Yeah.
not that did anything.
Cool. Let's grab onto it.
Yep, let's get on.
Okay, I tie myself onto this. Has it got spikes or
Oh,
spines?
it's big. It's got spikes, but it's big enough that you can just kind of like grab them like holds.
How are we
Okay.
supposed to release the lever and jump on at the same time?
You've got ropes.
So
Yeah, we
I
can just flip them around.
so I'm going to get on the crocodile and attach my inside ropes to the lever.
Oh,
I'm going to change shape into my beast form, my wolf form, to try to grab onto it.
I'll do
I've got a bit of a stronger grip. Mechanically, it doesn't make a difference, but I just think it's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a throwback to the Polar Express when I grabbed onto the
this. Is there anything within the room?
It
Yeah, that's
doesn't
good.
look like it. So there's probably a couple of crates and that might be a little buoyant. Yeah, you grab a crate.
It's like an empty bottle or something. I'm not that big.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah. There's a barrel that you keep like water or something that looks like it's been down here for drinking water when people are working.
Alright, I'm going to empty the water and hold on to that.
Lovely.
You're not
Are you
getting
on
on
the
the
crocodile as well?
I will, but I can't swim.
That's all good.
Oh, true.
Awesome. You see, at that point, you start hearing the gears start moving. You didn't pull anything. Not the gears on the thing, but the other gears under the floor. And you then hear a click as you see the bookshelf at the back slides open. A hidden door. You pulling the levers?
Can I?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mordred would be like, "Wait, who's that?"
Pull the lever.
You see standing into the room a face of utter shock that does not suit them. Captain Hook.
Pulling the lever.
As he watches you both pull the levers, the floor open up and his crocodile slide out, flying through the air. As you see him simply call out, "Blast you!" And then you are off as the air takes you over. Congratulations. You are plummeting
Oh, you
through the
playing
air
this?
on the back of the crocodile. As you see the snaffreeze, it opens its mouth and lets out this low growl. Rumbles through. You all gain water breathing for 24 hours.
I'm just clinging to this thing with D alive.
You have a swim speed if you done it before. As you see it plummets through the air. It is not flat on its belly. It is nosediving through at an incredible pace. You see it moves through the air in an uncanny way, avoiding the land and the islands, heading towards the water. What do we see each of your characters doing as you're flying down, gripping onto this crocodile?
Big B's holding onto his top hat while also holding on.
Love.
I think Drizella seems to be sitting very calmly while repacking her intestines back inside, but she's absolutely terrified, but you can't see that. She's got her mask on, so she's just very calmly and deliberately, if we're going to hit salty water, she'd like her intestines back on the inside.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
On the other hand, Mordred is screaming in terror.
No one would hear it as it's just wind rushing past
It's like
you.
4 kids on a
You're
roller
at
coaster.
terminal velocity.
Yep.
What about Sibylla?
Gripping this barrel with all her might, and Shan as well, to the point where Shan's sort of feeling a bit choked.
I love that. Absolutely shocking. You continue. You fly through air, sound, noise, light, and then boom, darkness, cold. You hit the water. Can I get you all to make me a fortitude save? I don't expect anyone to pass this, but it'd be cool if you did.
I'm going to hero point that.
Yep.
That's a 20 total.
In total.
It's 28.
Wow.
10.
Big B, how you looking?
Fortitude save.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
That's all right.
Fortitude, that'll be a 17.
17. Mordred, Big B, Sibylla, you lose consciousness with the impact of the cold. Drizella, you hold on and see this crocodile slamming through the water. Waves and air tumbling around it. It should knock all of you off, but you're all held close to it as it swims through the water and then begins to move at an incredible pace. During this time, you're also able to understand Thalassic, which is the elemental language of water.
Ooh.
As you see it opens and speaks to you. And you see it says, "Thank you all. You've done a great thing, not only for me, but for the world."
We're out.
Do you know anything about a giant bear?
You see it says, "They are my brother." In a way of speaking. They are also of no relation to me.
Well, obviously, because you're a crocodile. And I know a thing or two about, like, genetics.
You are wise in many ways.
Not commonly the words people would choose, but you are a crocodile. Yeah. Is there anything that Merida would want to know about the bear?
Seems it doesn't know anything.
Okay, fine.
It says, I sense a great hatred in your ranger, but there is nothing I can tell you. They have the sense to free me, meaning they know the importance. If they were to slay them, I would not stop. If they were to slay the bear, I would not stop them. You have all brought balance back to the waters. Now I am free, I can do my task as it was assigned to me. The hooked man shall no longer steal what belongs to everyone.
Do you know where Fizzit's from? Did you have a chance to chat or anything when you were up there to all the creatures that were trapped?
I know not the ooze.
Oh, he was pretty cool. I hope he gets out okay.
You have done me a great favour.
Yes. Mordred did you a great favour.
How may I repay you?
To be entirely honest, I would have probably stayed aboard the ship sawing off people's legs. So if you are offering payment, then it should be to Mordred and Sibylla, who insisted on freeing everything.
You probably hear a voice in the back of your head of Mordred going, "We don't need any payment. It's
Oh,
slightly good of a heart."
Mordred will say that he doesn't require any payment, but he probably does. He just likes to decline it. It's a weird habit.
I'll look after Mordred's payment.
Yes.
You see the crocodile says to you, your friends shall awaken soon. But before
I'm
they...
unconscious.
You're,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm the
You're
only one who's
out.
awake.
You're the only one who's
What
conscious.
payment are you offering? Seeing as you're all unconscious.
You see, it says, any favour is within the power of the shore and the sea to grant.
Something weird.
Um,
That'd be nice.
I could. I can travel at greater speed than anything else of this world.
where do we want to go?
And undetected.
To go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were travelling to go back before we got taken. If there would be a chance of taking me and my compatriots there, and then I can heal them, I suppose. They did not tolerate the water shock well.
You see, the crocodiles doesn't say anything. You travel underwater for a few moments, and then you are hit with the air as you surface on the beach. This enormous crocodile just lunging out of the water, poof, onto the sand. You see, you are in the glade. It's south. It looks what you suspect Go Back might look like. You see a number of stone buildings going on around, and then in the centre of the city, a great black stone ziggurat. This enormous tower with a pyramid at the top.
So go back to the one with the gateway city.
No,
Yeah.
no,
And
that's fine.
we've straight skipped
We're here.
the gate city. We're in Go Back.
Ooh, oh,
One
wow.
away from Salazar Gone.
All the effort you probably put into creating the map of that city.
If you're interested, it's a lovely map. It's this one here. What I did was... Oh, that was meant to open just then. Come on, work for me. Okay.
Sorry, I hope we didn't just skip something.
This clap is a lovely place. It is a huge, turkey, big toll gate in the middle, that sort of thing. You'll go back on through there on the return.
It's Istanbul.
It's Istanbul or Constantinople.
I thank the. I thank
You pretty
the.
much got to go there anytime you travel forwards or back, so you'll definitely go back sometime.
I thank the crocodile.
You see, as it surfaces, the other three of you wake up. Your lungs are not full of water. You should be horrifically injured. You are not.
Is it like we've entered the southern hemisphere from the northern hemisphere?
The climate's not that much different. You're only a couple of hours away. It's or a day or so away. It's more that you probably haven't been here if you're from the north. The travel is just difficult and expensive.
Yeah.
Is the crocodile gone?
No, the crocodile still stands there is still there as you awake.
I would say thank you for helping us.
You see, it gives you a visible nod. It says, you all have good hearts. This place has a foul smell in the air. Be careful it does not twist. Now, there is a man minus a hand that I need to eat, and then turns and into
Violence isn't always the answer.
Enjoy your lunch.
Love that.
Let him eat.
Let them eat Hook.
Let them eat Hook. I love that one. Leaving you on the shores of Goban.
Woo!
If that's not an ominous name of a place, I don't know what it is.
You see Goban looks to be a very big glade, bigger than Aronia, a little smaller than Reims, but still quite large. But a lot of the buildings you see are in disrepair. Roofs have holes in them. Sections of the wall that should guard the coastline have completely fallen in as you've gone through one of these areas. You see even, looking back to the forest across the city, all this uphill and that, big sections of wall have just crumbled and gone. You can see tree roots growing over some trees, moving back into the city.
Sorry, just to clarify, Salazar's one where we need to go, isn't it?
Yep, so you're one glade away.
That's where the Beast King
So you need to travel through, go back, across this into Salazar.
So what happened with the treasure map and everything?
Hook's got it.
Although you did make copies. So you have copies of the treasure map. Treasure map is very far away.
Like miles and miles, miles. Yeah, you missed that.
Yeah,
The
so treasure is months of travel away.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's probably more of a...
So that wasn't so the treasure island wasn't like a little stop on the way to go.
No, Treasure Island is months at sea away from where you are.
We switched to Hook. No.
Yeah, okay, cool.
There's still some in there.
No, I know.
You haven't.
Well, I might as well tell the guys where I've been now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Flashback.
You emptying sand out of your boots. Big B, you tell them the story how you were called up by the bosun, the mutinous Job Anderson. He offered you a cigarette, he seemed nice, and then as you turned to go, he tied a rope to the back of your shirt, threw a weight over the boat, and you were plunged into the water, sinking down at alarming speed. Chains tied to a cannonball strapped around your neck, pulling you down into the crushing blue. What you would have experienced next would be the water didn't disappear all at once, but little by little, the cold seemed to move away, the pressure of the chain lightened, the darkness seemed to give way itself into nothingness. You're not somewhere dark, you're not somewhere light, you're not somewhere hot, you're not somewhere cold. You seem to be nowhere. But you do feel a presence approaching towards you. And then suddenly you find yourself at the base of a large, dead oak tree in a small clearing. Tall, snow-covered trees form a circle around you in a small glade somewhere, and snow falls, but you don't feel cold. In you is this great, giant oak tree, 4 or 5 times the height of you. And for a moment, you're just standing there. So anything you do kind of like immediately as you come into this place?
No, I just kind of look around, try to gather my bearings.
Yeah.
Don't recognise anything?
I'll tell you what, give us a survival check. You've travelled around a little. No, I think they're real.
22.
22, alright. You're in the north, so quite far. I don't think you can see my screen, but for the benefit of the other players, they're somewhere like north of, say, probably north of this lake here. So quite far to the north, towards the Great Blight that dominates the northern part of Arnhem Land. So kind of like roughly where you are in those terms.
Like northern Camelot or Avalon?
Yeah, northern Camelot, Avalon, maybe Mercia could be as well. The trees that form the glade around you look to be kind of what you'd expect to see there. Oak trees, however, don't grow here. It's too cold. Even a dead oak tree.
It's not like anything to do with that tree we saw in the vision with the dead dude.
No, that was a tree the size of like a mountain or the size of a skyscraper. Yeah. This is just, it seems to be a mundane oak tree.
Yeah, okay.
Seems very different. This tree is dead, stark branches that seem to have been paled by the sun somewhat. It's been here for a long time. The other tree sort of was flourishing and then sunk into the sea. You do then hear a voice. It's not coming from the tree, but it's coming from some presence with you here. As you see it, and as you see, it says, "The world is not quite ready for you to drown yet, detective."
Okay.
I know you don't believe in the gods, but we believe in you.
Who are you?
My name has been forgotten by most. These days, I am thought of as a myth. I am known to... there are many who claim to know me, who are wizards and scholars in their great towers far from the earth, but they have forgotten the subtle and the precise study of finding lost things, of solving clues, of looking for pieces of information, placing it together. Skills I have seen in you.
Okay.
Let me see. Pauses for a long while. Very much a non-answer there. But continues. I need you to find another lost thing.
What do you need me to find?
The world needs Merlin again. Long have
Merlin?
they been gone. 20-some years almost.
But he's alive.
In a way, he is. But he won't be for long.
Where do I need to go?
You have already met the person who saw him last.
Is that, the small one?
No. At the Erzatz University, Dean Maricosa is the first person you will speak with.
Okay.
They will have
Why she never mentioned that?
So far as I know, they have told no one. The fact that you know should be proof for them that they must tell you.
Okay.
She should
No.
cooperate. Find Merlin, save him.
Right. Sounds like a job for me.
Does that not
You can
involve
count on
going
me.
back the way we've just come?
Yep.
That is literally what Drusilla says. She's like, seriously, we've just ridden a crocodile at the bottom of a ship. The three of you dropped unconscious so that we can be told we have to go back to the university.
Oh, we probably would have to go back at some point anyway.
I could have just waited at the university for you all. You could have done the freeing
Could have done
things.
this back in May.
You could have done the freeing things and the riding crocodiles, and I could have given feedback on Madame Simone's thesis. Assisted with the marking.
Mordred's just gonna say, "You don't understand. Bigby talked to a god."
Oh, Bigby talked to a god. Yeah.
Well, I haven't got full proof of that just yet.
I mean, but something spoke to you. That's gotta
Oh,
feel incredible.
is that the voice that spoke to me on the ship that sounded godly?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, it spoke to me too, Bigby. You're not that special. It said you were fine. That's why I sent the pufferfish.
Oh, okay.
It said, don't worry about you. You've just fallen in the water, but you're not going to die. Yes. They were right. So probably that's more evidence that they were indeed godly, I would guess.
Oh, okay. Hopefully it's a good god, unlike the one
I've gone back to
bloody
sharpening
deal
my
with.
blades.
Can we make a religion check or
Sharpening
anything
your
to
tongue.
based on the
Shocking
information
place.
Bigby told
Like,
us, try and
Bigby's talking to gods
ascertain
now.
what kind of figure
Okay.
this might be.
You have
for
to
sure.
get your clues somewhere, Bigby.
Anyone who wants to can make a religion check to try to place what this god might be.
Oh, I think I tried, so probably.
No,
Yeah, 21.
21.
They sounded godly.
They did sound godly. You think probably old religion.
Mhm.
They're not like the burning god. They're not one of the ocean gods. They're
Yeah.
not one of the
Yeah.
patron saints.
I go,
Oh, it's a crit.
Nice.
it wasn't the Faceless Soldier, and it's not one of the new ones.
Well, actually, Faceless Soldier is one of the old ones.
But it wasn't the
But it
Faceless
wasn't the
Soldier.
Faceless Soldier.
It wasn't the Faceless Soldier, and it isn't any of the new brigade. So it's definitely like one of the more traditional deities of godliness
Old
things.
school.
I would love
Old
that.
school, like the Faceless Soldier, but definitely not the Faceless Soldier because, yeah, he's less mellow.
Sibylla, as
Yeah, okay.
Bigby is telling you this story, the phrase that Bigby recounts of there are many wizards who claim to know me, many scholars in their high towers, they've forgotten the study of Earth. You've heard that line before. You've heard someone say that, and your mind goes back to those few years before you turned the clock back to save yourself of the red eye, and those kind of like missing memories you have of that person you work with on that potion. You can't quite work out who they are. Their faces are obscured in your memories, but you remember them mentioning it,
Mm-hmm.
and you remember them attributing it to the Magus,
Okay.
one of the two offered, one of the old gods. Similar to the three-faced lady is another one of the old gods that witches tend to follow, or the faceless soldier.
Hang on. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the person that she worked on the potion with likely Morgana?
Not that you know of. They had pink eyes, is all that Sibylla can remember.
Oh, that's right. Could be. That's just weird.
Okay.
Would you tell the party this?
Yeah.
So maybe the Magus? You might have seen the Magus.
What's the Magus?
Magus is a patron to wizards, researchers, scholars. They're in the old legends, they're rumored to sometimes appear as a researcher alongside or as a traveling expert. They're usually said to have some sort of annoying habit that makes them difficult to put up with. But if you bear through, you're rewarded with fascinating research and information. They're one of
Like
the
an autistic person.
not
That's
too sure about
terrible. I don't know. I feel like that with Caitlin sometimes, to be fair. If you persevere, every now and again you get moments of complete clarity.
that one.
Yeah, just absolute genius.
Yeah.
I've heard they write pretty good D&D campaigns at least.
They write excellent D&D campaigns. As opposed to my ADHD brain that writes Curse of Strahd goes, you can have all the magic things, and then goes, who knows what you've got. Do you want that? You can have that. Do you want to be a random phase shapeshifter? Of course you can. Sounds awesome. You craft. I just go, yeah, have stuff, man.
But the Tuatha De Danann, the kind of like group religion that they belong to, are the walking gods. So they are gods, but they also walk the earth.
Yeah, nice. That's kind of fun.
Okay.
And then after you're still kind of in that flashback space, sort of, would there be anything else you want to ask that presence while you're there, Big Big?
What happened to like the rest of the crew?
You see the presence responds saying, I will send you to where they are going, blend in, and you will find them eventually. And then you see with that, in the same way that the water did not disappear, the tree doesn't go, the leaves don't disappear, the snow doesn't stop falling, but after a time you find yourself no longer in this place, having moved on, and you are on the deck of a ship in a disguise as a pilot.
Oh, okay, so you put me in disguise. That's kind of cool.
Yep. So you
Oh,
kind of
okay.
just wake up there. Big, unless there's anything particular you want to do, you blend in for about a day or so. hear a strange noise down a hallway, and that's where you meet up with the rest
It's
of the
lucky
crew.
I didn't chop his leg off.
Ran into me in the hallway, and I'm like, huh?
There's lots of one-legged pirates on that ship.
Too many one-legged pirates.
Wonderful. Right. That brings us to the shores of Go Back. I don't think I've offered anyone a chance to do this. Anyone who wants to connect me a society check to see what they know about Go Back.
Yeah, I can do that.
So obviously, while you're on, just keep the numbers in your head. The stuff you remember that we've talked about is that there's this big ziggurat here, this great,
way.
black as night. This stone black as night built into this kind of towering structure with this great pyramid on top. And a number of you have been suggested that the ziggurat will help you commune with the gods and help kind of strange forces and that speak to you as well. Lots of people like pilgrimage here to do that sort of thing. How do we go on those society rolls?
Can I roll religion on the ziggurat?
Yeah, you can absolutely.
If I can commune with gods up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Crit for 27.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't believe
Chris,
it.
you're
Okay,
rolling
I
well.
got a 23.
I believe
Sounds
it.
good.
No, listen, the evidence is here.
Hey, look, eventually we've got to be really lucky instead of really
Look, it's balancing out.
It's
I've rolled
balancing
like
out, yeah.
dumb shit.
amazing. What was that, sorry,
Second
Jesse?
half of the evening. It's
Yeah.
I got 23.
23,
So
right.
yeah, not as good as.
Chris, would you like to have been here at one point? Would Sibylla like to have been here?
possibly in a past life.
Yeah.
Or before my
yeah.
transformation.
Yeah, Sibylla, you remember many, many years ago when you were about the age you are now, but the first time, you'd done a pilgrimage down to the south to talk to the three-faced lady. It's kind of like, may have been where you may have just packed, may have just been to do some research of some sort. Details are up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But Go Back then was a much more thriving city. The crumpled down walls you see now would never have been the case. All the buildings were packed with people. Something has happened here in the last 80 years. It is now a much, much smaller place. Lots of the houses have been abandoned. The docks are largely destroyed. You know that about 20 years ago there was a terrible, terrible flood, and that it affected a lot of places on the shores of this sea, but none worse than Go Back. There was a great leaving of people here. They all headed out and just went elsewhere away from the ocean. Sorry, the flood was much earlier than 20 years ago. The flood was about 70 years ago, different flood. And it just kind of never got back on its feet. And there are now huge sections of the city that are just completely abandoned. The guard doesn't go there. There's no records kept of who's living there. They're just these derelict buildings. People still live in them often, but they kind of come and go as they please. And what's left of the town is a little bit more in the centre, and they've built a new wall around this still functioning town. And there's the ruins all around
the
it.
new wall made out of stone, or is it more like timber?
It's made of the scraps of old buildings that they knocked down.
Oh,
So you've
okay.
got the new wall, and then about huge area of just destroyed, decimated buildings, and then the ruins of the old
It
city.
makes sense that they'd reuse the stone.
But it also means that occasionally in this new wall you'll see a section of like a window from an old house on an angle, or a door that's just been nailed shut. It's still secure, but it is very much like it's bits of stone and wood and all that.
Yeah.
Leading to the new name some people call this, which is the Shell City. So you've got the ziggurat in the centre, the new city, the wall, the gap, and then the old ruins or anything outside.
Okay. Ziggurat, is it?
Yeah, ziggurat. Either one I think is correct. It just means a big,
Like obelisk type.
yeah, like an obelisk. So it's a big
Oh, yeah.
tower and then there's a pyramid on the top.
I thought when you said it before, you said cigarette.
No, with the Z.
Yeah. I've never heard of that term before, so
I
yeah.
think it's Greek.
Yeah.
I want to say Greek.
Yeah, I googled it. They're like all pyramids, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
like
slightly
a
different. They're
pyramid,
more
and
like
just put
multi-levels rather than like a straight pyramid.
Yeah, for sure. So there is still a like small city here. There's also
I've heard of
lots of
minarets, but not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, minarets.
That's the Islamic ones, that, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sure.
No, that's alright. I'll just, yeah.
25 religion.
25 religion.
Cool.
So you've not had any formal clerical training.
No.
But just in the sort of stories you've heard occasionally when you've spoken to other people, lots of clerics go to this event. And it seems to be a thing that doesn't belong to one particular faith. It seems to be almost like a radio tower or an amphitheater is probably the better word.
Radio tower.
I like radio tower.
A medieval radio tower.
Yeah.
A listening well is a place where you can just hear more clearly. Your prayers come through more. Artists go there for insight. Clerics go there to commune with their gods. Great thinkers go there to have ideas. But it does seem that people of all sorts of different faith go to this event.
Okay.
It's very old. The other thing you'd get with that check is you'd come across people talking about it who would talk about it as having been there long before Goban was. They'll talk about in ages past when there wasn't a glade there wasn't a clearing, but in the woods there was still this ziggurat.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go up to the bathroom in a second. Have a think if there's anything you want to do around town. Obviously, I know you don't know the specifics of what's here, but just if there's stuff you want to do while you're in town. And then we'll sort that out in the middle, and then we've got a few little things that will probably pop up.
Okay.
We'd have to walk through the old town to get to the new town.
Probably, yeah.
And then there's some sort of gate, I would assume.
I would probably go and Drizella doesn't really know a lot about religion. She's not religious in that sense, but she knows that the Faceless Soldier is at least in part the source of her healing /
Harming.
less healing skills. So would probably look for an opportunity to go up the ancient radio tower and just to see what communing with the Faceless Soldier might actually involve. Religious people apparently do it.
Yeah. I mean, Mordred was told by the augurs and rings to go seek out the ziggurat, so he's probably very anxious and full of trepidation, but he's got to do it to speak to the stranger, big crow.
Yeah. So the ziggurat. We need to go to the ziggurat, don't we? Apparently I'm an Drizella's ISTJ.
Really?
Primarily doesn't really care what anybody feels, creates order out of chaos largely by killing stuff that seems to be a bit causing chaos.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Very quiet, quite happy if nobody
I'm an
introduces
INFP.
themselves. But you're very F. Very F. Mordred is all the F.
Honestly, I think he's going to be an INFP.
Yes. Yeah. Big picture, feelings, quiet. Drizella's quiet, but mainly because she doesn't want to make small talk with anybody about anything. She can quite happily just get on with killing stuff in her own quiet way in the background. It's only Mordred just brings everything back to life again. And it's like, dude.
Mordred will probably be currently just healing people up as well, if anyone got hurt during the travel. And probably looking over Bigby to make sure that you're okay after you were thrown to the bottom of the ocean.
I'm looking for my pufferfish, but Bigby hasn't got my pufferfish, so I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit sad about my pufferfish, and I'm a bit sad that I had to leave the ooze behind, and I'm thinking maybe I should have bought the ooze, but the ooze seemed to eat through everything, and I'm not sure how I would have actually contained the ooze.
Yeah, I wonder.
But I'm kind of hoping that the ooze is chewing its way through Captain Hook's hook or something while he's asleep.
Yes. Thanks.
In terms of,
I like it.
I think he's an avenging ooze.
Yep.
Visit the avenging ooze. That could be a god. He's one of the new crowd.
Yeah.
Visit the
So much
avenging
for the
ooze.
Faceless Soldier.
Primordial ooze.
Yeah, so you've got the Faceless Soldier and whatever, the three-eyed lady as three-faced lady as the old gods, and then you've got Visit the vengeful ooze as one of the new crowd.
I do think if Bigby's now associated with a god, that means we're all associated with a god, because you've got the three-faced lady.
Yeah.
I've got the stranger. You've got the Faceless Soldier.
Yep.
And Bigby might have Magus.
I just feel like this talking ooze. You guys know Pokemon at all?
Yeah.
There's a Pokemon called Muck.
Muck.
That was just a walking, like a
Big
talking,
purple.
talking clump of
yucky.
muck, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I think the ooze is.
I like the ooze. I should have taken the ooze. I think Visit would have been my friend.
You could have Eldermid in one jar and then Visit in the other.
I don't think Visit wanted to be in a jar. I think
I
Visit
know
wanted to
you
be
can't
free.
have another character with an ooze companion.
I haven't got the other ooze anymore. He took my ooze away in the timeline shift that Jesse caused. I lost my ooze. I lost all my magical weapons to the deck of many things, and then I lost my ooze, which sounds disgusting, in the timeline shift that Jesse caused.
Is
None
Jesse
of,
still there?
none of my characters have an ooze anymore.
Sorry.
I was going to take it back to Madame Simone and go, when you talk about oozes,
Do you mean living sentient oozes?
you did not reference this in your thesis, so I think you're going to have to do a rewrite of the ooze chapter.
I can't wait for the end of the campaign when Drizella just becomes an academic and writes her own thesis.
Drizella's going to plagiarise. Drizella's going to rewrite Madame Simone's thesis and then defend it for her, and then just get awarded Madame Simone's degree. Is what's going to happen.
Fill it with like just absolute, like real dirty shit about Faye.
Yeah.
Especially Fairy Girl got a lot of time. Faye.
Yeah. Like all the Fae. And that's why I wasn't desperately keen on releasing them all. I was like,
But
yeah.
they all got along well enough.
I released Visit the Ooze with the eyeball and the skeletons because they seemed okay. All of the rest of them, nothing to do with me.
We've just been glorifying the ooze for the last 5 minutes.
I'm
We should
very
have
sad
brought Ooze
that
with
Visit the Ooze, that I didn't bring Visit the Ooze with me. But I'm hoping that Visit the Ooze is happily basically destabilizing the space pirate ship by just gradually eating the ship.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, can. Well,
And it's destroying Captain Hook's ship as from underneath him as it's like a killer Roomba. But I do like. I was thinking of I could have taken it in a jar and taken it back to Madame Simone and gone, this was not in your thesis. This ooze, not in there. So I've brought your thesis back for rewrites.
that's terrible. Oh,
Either that or I'm just going to plagiarise it and get the credits. I haven't decided yet. We're headed to the ziggurat for different. I think we're all headed to the ziggurat for different reasons.
So with the wall on the outside of the new wall,
Mm.
is there like some sort of a gatehouse or something to?
yeah, absolutely. So, as you head for them, you have these destroyed docks where clearly there were stone docks that took up the entirety of the entranceway that have been knocked out, and they've just not landed ships here since.
Yeah.
You head past that, you get to what used to be like fishing halls and these sorts of like outlying taverns and hospices and that, and there are rotting pillars, collapsed buildings, that sort of thing.
Yep.
You hear people moving about far away, but they seem to have no interest talking to you. And you can see there's a path quite clearly cleared through the middle of this with kind of torches on either side.
Yeah.
And after a little while, you see a guard, an older style armor, cape, who kind of waves you forwards and says, "Come round. Bring a skiff in or something, did you?" Looks a bit confused. They've come in from the dockway. So
Yep,
anyway,
that's right.
head on through. Just follow the path. You'll find the new gatehouse.
Thank you.
2 seconds to open my nose.
Sorry if you weren't prepared for go back yet.
Minute. There we go. I don't have a map of go back just because you're probably not going to be here too long. And you see the new wall. Things don't really have a name. There's just not really been a need. as you see the gatehouse itself looks new. It's all brick and these solid wooden doors, but then the wall is just old building, mismatched stone, bits of wood that are in there. There seems to be some like metal sheeting even from old construction, that sort of thing. It all looks very put together and then just mortar in the cracks to keep it stable. You see, unlike most of the places you visit, the gates are closed. You see, standing out the front, where you would normally expect to see sort of like two guards either side protecting it, you see two people in these purple robes, hood drawn all the way over.
What time of day is it, if you don't mind me asking?
It's probably early morning. Sun kind of coming up over the horizon.
Can I try and speak to one of these people?
Yeah, for
As we
sure.
approach? I'll go up and I'll say, hi, I'm Mordred. We're trying to go to the ziggurat.
And you see that gives you a nod.
Do we have to present any papers? Okay, have a nice day.
And you see they both at the same time point to the large wooden door barring way to the town.
Okay, shall we go in?
Yes. Very effective security.
You see, while you would expect the gate to open from means of people on the other side, or for these two people to pull it open, they make no move to it. The gate remains shut.
Can I knock on the gate?
You do see it feels very solid wood. Nothing happens. You see the hooded figure again just next to it. As they both move kind of in time.
What are we supposed to do with the gate?
You see one of them holds their hands, the other reaches out and pulls open the other one's hands.
Can I try and push on the gate?
You notice they pull their arms outwards.
Can I try and pull the gate then?
Walking through a big flat wooden
Oh, it's
surface.
flat, sorry.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They seem to be telling you, they seem to be indicating to pull open the gate, but these two big flat wooden structures, no handles that you can see.
We need to find a way to. Is there any gap underneath the?
So I make an architectural check to figure it out.
You most certainly can make an
That is a 21.
These gates seem designed to be pushed open from the other side. You could get them open from your side, it's not impossible. A high enough athletics check and you could probably just like get your hands in the little gap between them and pull. But it would be a very difficult check to do just by one person or without tools. It doesn't seem that it's got big, heavy sort
Can
of
I
brushes
detect
and stuff.
magic on it?
I say melon.
You see the two monks are both under silence spells. There's a silence spell on both of them. No magic seems to be.
A what spell?
Silence. That's interesting.
Doing a vibe check. I'm getting bad about this place.
Yeah, give us. You can do perception or you can do religion.
Can I try and talk to the door?
Yeah. What do you say to the door?
Can I put my head against it and message to the door?
24 for
Spell
perception.
fails, can't target objects.
Okay.
20.
4 for perception.
They don't seem hostile. This seems to have significance to it.
I just
It
mean-
doesn't look like they're
I
just being.
I just mean the general vibe of the city.
The two people doing this are taking whatever this is very seriously.
Right.
If this is the door to the city, there's some implications you could draw from that. They certainly don't seem welcoming.
Yeah. Can I?
I will say though, with that percentage, it does seem like they want you to go in, and then you kind of like they keep pointing towards it.
Can we circle around this town and go out and just go continue on to Salzafon without going through Go Back?
So
I need to go back.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So a couple of you need to go to the ziggurat for various reasons, but also other than that, the problem you'll get is you'd have to cut through the ruins, the old city.
Yeah.
You could do that. From what you understand from that society check, there are things that live in the old city. The forest has started to seep into the city, and bad things are in the domain. You could mechanical orders will roll some encounter checks. You might have to fire off some stuff.
Well, it says that we need to come to the city anyway, so we'll just have to find a way to get in.
Can I try talking to the door?
Absolutely. What do you
Or
say?
whoever's behind the door.
Yeah, what do you say?
I'll sit down, kind of almost in a prayer-like position, and I'll say, "Hi there. I don't know if there's someone there or if I'm just talking to a door, but my name's Mordred. I need to go to the ziggurat because I need to clarify some strange visions I'm having. Can you please open this gate and show me the way?"
You need diplomacy check.
Sorry, I just replaced my d20 since it's rolled like shit.
That sounds like a good idea.
That's an 18. It was a 5 on the dice, though.
It is enough. You see the door starts to move, and you see 6 on each of these doors. These doors are incredibly heavy, of these hooded monks pushing them back. As the doors open all the way, and you see the now 8 monastic figures all point into the city, none of them saying anything. And as you see through the open door, you see the new city. Buildings that have been fixed up. There's still some older ones. Thatched roof town hall. It's probably a little bit bigger than a town, but a little bit smaller than a proper city. But all of them are dominated by the ziggurat. This great structure in the middle of the city, made out of stone as black as night. These 3 stairs coming up to its entrance, and on top, instead of a flat there, great pyramid with various windows and light emerging from it. These blue lights coming out of the top and slowly just drifting upwards to the sky.
Some Mayan Aztec vibes here.
Okay.
Very cool.
This looks magic, though. I've still got my detect magic.
You do, that's only 30 feet.
It's only 30
But
feet.
it's glowing lights drifting through the sky.
Yeah.
Looks magic. You do notice only the 2 at the front had the silent stone. The rest of them don't seem to have any magic on them.
Can I try and speak to them?
Yeah, sure. What do you say?
I'll say, "Hi there. We're trying to get to the ziggurat. Can you give us any advice?"
You see they bow, and then they split.
Can we hear anyone talking in the city, or is it dead silent?
There are people talking, but you see a lot of the people going around are in these roads, and all of them are dead silent. You hear their footfall. You hear them occasionally moving with keys or picking up. They move slowly, they move quietly, and none of them speak. Not all of them. You do see regular towns. There's people in carts. You see someone who looks to be like a butcher or something, got a cart with some meat coming by. Kind of an older woman who looks to the 4 of you and says, "Oh, visitors! How are you? How are you?"
We are well. Is there a sanatorium, a hospital in town?
Oh, and we've no need for that. No, the monks do the healing. They're all very good.
Excellent. And where can one convene with the monks about healing arts? And
Oh well, if you're injured, just show any of them the injury. They're all taking a vow of healing.
Can you tell us about the monks?
Oh sure. The siblings of the ziggurat, they call themselves. They're a bit odd. None of them talk. I'm sure you've noticed. But they're all a bit magic and that. They do a bit of healing, a bit of this, that, and the other. I've got one who comes by and gets rid of the bones from my scraps. Very helpful.
Is it they have taken a vow not to speak, or have they had their tongues removed?
Well, and so they look really nervous when you ask this, and just looking at the monks nearby, and say, "I'm not sure. I think it's I vow. I take it. I've never really checked."
does anybody other than the monks go into the ziggurat?
Oh yeah, it's open. It's open.
Okay, and is there an easy way in?
And you see, points over to it and says, "You're just up the stairs, and that'll take you through." We don't. Townsfolk don't tend to go there unless they need to.
Why not?
Oh, it can be a little. And again, looking at the monks behind you.
Can I try and make an impression
Yeah,
so
sure
they
thing.
feel more comfortable? Oh, finally, 30.
30.
This is the highest I've rolled. It's a 17.
You see, they kind of look to monks looking at you and say, "You all look hungry from your travels. But can I offer you a bite to eat? Some bread, some cheese. I have some fresh bacon. I could.
I won't knock that back.
No bacon, but the bread would be nice.
Oh,
Oh, I love bacon.
Good. Come with. And you see they take their cart full of
bringing
meat,
back memories.
continuing on in their journey. Very good, very good. as they're walking along, they kind of say to Bigby, Mordred, they say to both of you, "You look like strong lads. Could you take this cart for me?"
Oh, of course.
Thank you. Just here and just here, and then as they're doing that, they say to you, "I'd rather not talk in front of the monks. Come to mine." And so they lead you through the town into this small shop window. Exactly what you expect to see: big glass window, a couple of dead pigs. There seems to be lots of cuts of meat in the front and that, and then heads you into the back of the shop. Where there's a bit of a table, and they do bring out cuts of bread, slices of cheese. You can see there. They introduce you to Fred, their husband, and bring out some bacon. You see, he seems to make himself scarce. Right?
Yep.
As you see, she says, "Sit." The monks are. The monks have grown rather strange lately. I wouldn't want to upset them.
When did this happen?
Oh, it's been in bits and pieces, but they've been getting worse the last year or two, really. Shunning more people out, that sort of thing.
Do you get many visitors here?
Not much need. People come for the ziggurat, of course, but they tend to, you can come and go just as quick. Most of them, anchor in Piccadilly, travel north, and then that's that, really.
So what keeps you going here?
So he says, I was born here, and my grandparents lived through the floods, and families chose to stick it out here, and we never really felt like leaving. And it's not all that bad. What the monks want to do is their business, I suppose, and it's only the extreme sort of cases they chase out, only the really strange folk.
Yeah.
Well, it's important to have a sense of home, and I'm glad that you have one here.
Yeah, thanks. I'm assuming you're all here for the big thing? Yeah, most travellers come here for that, but that's fine. If you need some supplies at all, I sell plenty of cured meats and jerkin and that sort.
Basically, she runs a deli.
Yeah, runs a little shop, a lot of like long stored meats, double cooked jerky, that sort of thing for travellers, and then a bit of stuff for the locals.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just ask, is there anything we should be wary of while we're in town? Anything we shouldn't do? They seem very quiet.
Stay out the rooms. Bad stuff by all accounts. Keep in the wall, you'll be just fine.
Is there a safe road to Salazar Glum?
And you see, she goes from looking concerned a little bit to looking quite confused and said, what business would 4 travellers have in Salazar Glum?
Our business is our own.
Yes.
So she looks a little concerned and says,
All right, young master.
no offence. Good job, no. But you see, she backs off a little bit. She does say, not a lot of reason to travel down that road these past years. And kind of, looking over you a little suspiciously at that.
Necessity drives us. We would not otherwise head there.
I've not been since their new king arrived, and very few folk head that way. I've seen some monks on occasion take that path, though for all I know they may be heading into the woods.
Thank you for all your help and advice.
Nods. You see she nods. She says, if you need to, the leader of the monks does speak. You'll find him at the ziggurat most days.
Do they have a name?
High Augur Janus.
We call it Hodge for short.
You tell her, you see she gets a bit of a grim look and says, I would not. He is a very serious man who is very strong in his faith.
Okay. Stay safe, I hope.
You asked me before why the locals say for the ziggurat. The visions that people get there have been becoming more real.
What do you mean?
Well, there was always strange things there. The monks, the old monks, always used to do their rituals and see their things and such. But ever since the High Augur came in, the monks have fallen quiet, and more people have seen things when they visit the Augur, when they visit the Ziggurat.
We'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
I best of luck, and do stop in to buy some supplies before you go. Lord knows I could use the coin. Because it kind of shows you out the door.
Before we leave, I would like to slide some coins onto the counter. Not buy anything, but
Yeah, sure. Take whatever you want out of your inventory.
how much do I have? Can I give 5 silver?
Yep. Absolutely. Anyone doing anything before you head to the Ziggurat?
I'd like to look at the letter that I got from Leprechaun.
Oh, yeah.
You remove that gold 4-leaf clover and open this letter, tiny little scrawled handwriting. As you see, inside reads, thank you here who read this, for you have saved one of the High Lords of the Fae. Great is our thanks, and no shortage will be your gifts. Name you any one wish your heart desires, and it shall be granted. Beware,
What?
however.
You might want to hear the next bit.
You definitely want to read the next bit. Beware, however, for those who make a wish with a selfish heart often find that theirs stops.
Ooh.
Oh!
I like that.
Hold the
Is this,
clover that
is
carries
this
this
something that
letter
only I
and
can access, or is it like anyone in the party can use?
say, so the next part reads, any who hold the clover and say their wish aloud shall find it granted, and then
Okay,
all else shall fall aside. Oh, sorry, all else shall fall into place.
Oh.
Big just got a free wish.
You wish.
Wait, only a few quid pro quos.
It's like a genie thing.
Pretty much.
It basically
Let's
just
go.
can't, I can't wish for something selfish, like, give me $1 billion. But if one of you guys died, I could probably bring it back to life. And that'd probably be alright.
Probably.
Don't let Mordred get his hands on that. He'll revive a bird or something.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, no. There'll be bloody enemies alive. Birds
Yeah,
will be,
wasted on like bringing an ant back to life or something.
birds will be alive. Random donkeys. You know.
So Bigby, that's quite a big reward, that one.
Yeah.
Make sure you mark that one in your inventory, and probably a thing to keep in mind that you have on you if you're not going to use it now.
Wow.
Awesome. Anything else we're doing before we go to the Ziggurat?
So we've left the deli.
I assume you've left there. You have, and then in the street, lots of monks. The monks seem to move around in at least pairs or fours, sentiment in even numbers. Occasionally you see one lone, one lone.
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
Because Mordred sometimes gets visions, you know, of people's fates and stuff. Do these seem to get stronger at all since we've gotten into Go Back?
You've probably only been in Go Back for an hour, so I don't think you've had a vision in that time.
Yeah.
You can give me a. Do you have fortune telling law?
I used to, but I don't anymore.
Just give me a general law check. Pretty low DC, but there's also something interesting with high DC.
Definitely not.
What'd you get?
10.
Including your modifier?
Yep.
Cool. The air here feels thick. I'll give you a 10.
Okay.
What do I know about Faithless Soldier?
Not much. You know that there was a priest who claimed to be from the Faceless Soldier trying to talk to you. You inside roped away from him. You recall that. Yeah, probably not a lot in terms of like stripping. There's a lot of like vibe stuff. They're associated with wars, but not with fighting. They are associated kind of like anonymity, hermits, outcasts, that sort of thing. One kind of like story you would have heard is that in a battle or something, people often report seeing a single soldier standing in the middle of a fight and just not engaging with the violence around them, just standing still and then have no face. And that is supposedly the faceless soldier.
Okay. So Drizella's got a sort of tangential understanding that
It's very practical, hands-on. So.
that some of her skills have been bestowed in some way, and I think that she probably saw what may or may not have been the faceless soldier at some point when she was living on her own in an assortment of graveyards in the back of Beyond after the the showdown at the Cinder Mansion.
Yeah. If nothing else, you have a feeling that you have where you know you draw power from.
Yeah,
like,
and
that is very direct. You go, that's the faceless soldier, even if what you know about it is bits and bits.
Yeah, and so I think that's where that sort of came from. So Drizella's not religious, but is interested to find out why this old god would be interested in giving some warped outcast skills, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
so that's what she would want at the ziggurat, I guess.
Yeah, and obviously the monks here are religious, that they're worshipping something you actually want. The Tuatha are a pretty established fact. Lots of people will claim to see them. There's big historical records of and then the sister showed up and did this, the other. They're pretty well established as there's definitely a thing out there that is these, whether they're gods and whether we should worship them is more up in the air.
Yeah.
But they're definitely out and about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. So we're heading to the ziggurat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just as a note of context, what's the climate like here?
Similar to both. It's kind of late autumn. Kind of early autumn. So it's getting a little bit of a chill in the air. For the most part, it's kind of a mild cool.
Is it markedly different to when we're up in the north?
No, not at all. So the distance you've travelled overseas is only about about 300 miles. So about 100 k's, I think. 100 miles, 100 k's.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
So it's like the border to Brisbane.
Pretty much.
I was going to say it's nowhere near Cairns.
Yeah, no, it's not really far enough to notice a big change. Right. All of Arnhem Land, all of this map, from one side to the other, is not terribly far across. It wouldn't. You could walk across the whole thing in, 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
So long as you didn't die.
Yeah. You'd die trying, but a crow could fly across here in a couple of days.
Right.
And then Mordred would die.
Are you sure it's not a raven?
Well, it's hard to tell, you see. It looks so similar. And most people don't know the difference.
Is there a difference?
Yes, there's a difference. No, sorry.
Sorry.
Ravens tend to be larger and have kind of a tuft on their
There you go.
This is very small.
So yeah, the climate of all these places is very similar. This is more like one country than Randall, which was like a whole thing.
Sounds like Brisbane to Dolby.
Brisbane to Dolby.
Yeah, maybe. Brisbane to northern New South Wales. It gets a little colder. Yeah, probably Sunshine Coast Tweed, I think, is about the distance we're talking about.
Right.
Very, very.
Oh, okay, that's even smaller.
Yeah. And you could walk it, but you would probably die.
Why? We can ride a crocodile.
Yeah, absolutely.
So much cooler.
So crocodile only saved you a day or two's travel.
Yeah.
Alright.
But it was cool.
It was cool.
Did anybody bat an eyelid when this thing jumped out and landed us on the beach? Was it oh my god?
There was no one around.
Oh,
The beach was abandoned.
the beach was abandoned.
Should we do the ziggurat?
Too cold for the beach.
Yeah, do the ziggurat.
You head again right in the middle of this new town. All the roads lead to it. You see just kind of standing all around the outside are monks held in hands just in a big circle around it, except for the stairs where there is 2 monks distance missing, and you could walk through their great circle and go up the stairs to the ziggurat.
I'm gonna walk up.
Yeah. Can I get a marching order?
I'll probably anyone's got issues with it, let me know, but I might go first.
Yeah, well, you're more keen, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd be heading up there. I wouldn't be.
Is anyone not going up the ziggurat steps?
I'll go up, but can I do a perception check as I'm going to see if there's any like traces of blood or anything
Yeah,
on the
for sure.
stairs?
There's also, I will say, there's also other people around. It's not just the monks, even here.
No
in the
way.
thing. There's
Again?
another couple of pilgrims heading up the
Wow.
stairs. You see some heading down the stairs the opposite direction.
Well, this is crit
Can you
central
give me some
tonight.
of that energy? I really...
Was that another crit?
Yeah.
28.
Holy shit.
Not only is there no blood, this thing is made out of this polished dark stone. There's not a scratch
Obsidian?
on it. There's no dust on it.
You see hints of quartz in the steps with that roll.
Yeah, sure. You see you see the volcano that was here thousands of years ago that formed the magma that made these rocks.
Yeah.
They're like that dark beach sand, beach black rock you get, but instead of being soft, it's completely solid.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
It's basalt?
Yeah, let's go with basalt. I don't know my stones. I don't know about business. Mordred heading up, Drizella heading up,
Yep.
Sibylla heading up,
Mhm.
Big B heading up.
Obsidian.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's the
Yeah, I think obsidian's like glass, so it kind of
Glass, yeah.
shatters and stuff. This is
Oh,
like heavy rock.
yeah. Yeah, that's all.
Basalt?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see it
that's
like the beaches on the Gold Coast and stuff.
Yeah.
Mordred, we'll do you first.
Oh, okay.
You
This is
see
important for the
pathway
wiki.
here is resting. You head up the enormous stairs. You get to the top, which is flat pyramid built over the top, and you head back down the other side. You see as you approach the top of the stairs, you see similar sort of outfit, same kind of purples, but instead of a hood, they have like a big bishop's hat, and really like huge long sleeves. And you see they're talking to the people who are heading just in front of you as they finish up what they're saying, and they walk into the pyramid area. You see, as soon as they step over the threshold, complete darkness.
Oh, that's cool.
As you see, they turn. You see their first monk you hear speak. This this kind of like middle-aged elf, kind of bigger ears, missing one of their eyebrows. It looks like. Welcome. Come forwards.
This is the one with the bishop's hat.
This is one of the bishops.
My toe.
He says, come. Have any of you visited the ziggurat before?
No, we haven't.
Good. New travellers, good. Now, there are a couple of things. You'll step in through here. It is a straight passage through. It is an open space inside. And then you'll enter the exit. You'll feel the sun on your face once you're out the other side. While you're inside, you must keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
You must keep your eyes
What, the whole time?
The whole time, yes.
What happens if we open them?
The magic that contains it will break, and you will see nothing but stone. Visions are only given to those who cannot see, just as those who cannot speak can tell only truths.
That's not true. I've had visions before, and I can see.
You see, they look you in the eyes for a moment and say, "Can you see?"
Yes.
Is a blindfold enough?
Yeah.
So say, you may use a blindfold if you wish, but I think the strength of spirit it takes to keep them closed yourself is good for the soul.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, I'll keep.
But if you wish, you see there's a little table at the front with a couple of bits of cloth that you can use as blindfolds. So very well. You're going in first. And you're at the front of them. Just like kill. Might I ask what you hope to see?
I hope to see some clarification of my visions. I've spoken with the stranger, or I've seen the stranger.
Very well. And what is it that you think you will see?
A path forward, a purpose.
Very well. So they put a hand on your shoulder. So there's another. So there's two tables at the front. One with a blindfold, one with a bowl of water. You see they dip their finger in the water, and so they're touched against your forehead. So they say, "Close your eyes."
Before I do that,
Mhm.
can I grab my sword and give it to Drizella? I don't want my sword anywhere near me in this place.
Okay. Giselle takes the sword and sticks it in a bag with a rusty rusty syringe and a
Yeah.
saw blade.
You put the
Yeah,
sword
whatever.
in there. This is very good. All ready? Good. Stands you right before the entranceway. Says,
I feel
"Close your
like a
eyes."
mum at the bottom of
Yeah.
a roller coaster.
And in you go. And pushes you forward to take the first step.
Random
And
items
we'll
to
come back to
collect.
Mordred in a second.
Okay.
I've got all the bags.
Questionable items.
Drizella, you next?
Yep.
Wonderful.
I've got all the bags, all the
So
coats.
as you're fiddling with that sword, you see they say, we can take that around if you like, on the outer path.
Mordred probably wouldn't like that. It's alright, stay in the back.
Yeah,
It's fine.
And what are you hoping to see?
The faceless soldier.
The unseeable. And what do you think you will see?
Why I was chosen.
Same thing, nods the water on your forehead, steps you right before to close your eyes,
Yes.
and pushes you through the space.
Yep.
Sibylla, Bigby, who's next?
I can go next.
Right, we'll go Bigby. Again, says to you, and what is it that you hope to see?
A path to find Merlin, or at least a clue.
You see, he says, another one. A noble hunt, many are on. And what is it you think you will see?
Something that at least sets me towards that path.
The best of luck to you. And hand on your back, pushes you forward. Anoints you with the water as well.
Nice.
And Sibylla, last of all, says, and what do you hope to see?
Nimue.
See, they say, we've had many come, searching for many things, but I believe you are the first looking for Nimue. A strange place to come to look for her. But, best of luck to you.
Is all I see.
And what do you think you will see?
The backs of my eyelids.
So they say, even the faithless shall be rewarded with faith in the end. And anoint you with water, so you before the boundary, and just like push forward. Mordred, you go through first. You start walking, eyes are closed. You feel your feet on the solid stone ground. As you then start to hear the slight crunching. You feel soft leaves, dirt, twigs beneath your feet. A smell of damp, mold, and rot fills your nose. And a cold sets in, it's unnatural. And you feel back in the darkness. You hear the cooing and crowing of birds above you, the rustling of feathers. You feel one fall on you, then another, many going. Eyes still closed. You tell me if you want to open your eyes at any point. As you're just walking through. As you then hear a large, something very big land behind you.
Hello? Hello?
Just this soft clicking noise from behind you. As you then hear something dragging against the ground and a footstep. Dragging out against the ground, footsteps about 20 feet away from you.
Hello?
Footstep.
I'm Mordred. I want to help. I'm
Footstep. It's about 15 feet.
Please don't help me.
10 foot behind you. Let me know if you want to do it. 5 foot behind you.
Can I turn to face it?
You can turn around, yeah.
I won't open my eyes though.
You turn around. You feel the presence of this thing intimidating over you, and you hear the sound of it moving and then hot breath right in front of your face, as you just smell that rot and that cold of the woods. As you feel something pointed, maybe a dagger, maybe a claw, in your shoulder, travel over your chest to your heart, as it then pricks your chest ever so slightly. Can you give me a will save to keep your eyes closed?
Probably not. 15.
15 is exactly what you need. What does Mordred do in that instance? What do you say? What do you feel?
Mordred would probably say, I'm not afraid of you. I've met worse things in the depths of the woods than you.
You see the claw moves, and you hear those steps again, but this time in the opposite direction, moving away from you. Step, step, step. And you're alone in the woods.
Is there anyone there? I've travelled all this way to speak with you.
No sound of birds above. The quiet kind of rustling of trees above you. You hear the footsteps returning. Step, step, step. This time much quieter. As you see, this time instead of a poke, it's a gentle tap on your shoulder. As the claw very clearly runs down your arm to your hand. You then feel this enormous hand, about yay big, great talon claws, cold leathery skin, like a bird's foot. Grasp your hand and lift it up in front of you, as you then feel something heavy, spherical, cold stone pushed into it.
Can I kind of feel around what it is?
Yeah. It feels not perfectly circular, kind of ovally shaped, almost like an egg. It's got a rough, cold surface to it.
What's this? What do you want me to do?
You feel that hand again put on your shoulder. It's not sure if it's a threat or encouraging. It's an odd feeling. The claws in your back. As you then hear the breathing right next to your ear, as you hear something opening, maybe a mouth, and the sound of something flailing around. As something cold drops on your shoulder. And then it moves away, moves its hand, steps away.
I'll probably just say, "Are you them? Are you the stranger? Did you choose me? Why are you haunting me?"
You get no response. You still have this thing in your head. You feel whatever was on your shoulder writhing around with it.
Oh God. I'll open my eyes.
You open your eyes. You see it only for a moment. You get a glimpse of this thing in your hand. What is definitely an egg of some kind. Silver light speckled around it. Do you look to your shoulder, or do you look around it?
My shoulder.
You look to your. You see a worm with your own head on it. Look back.
Mordred probably just screams.
Yeah, and as you do, you see the vision just immediately fades, and you're just in a large, empty stone room. There's a door that way that you come through, there's a door that way to leave through, and what you're holding in your hand is no longer there.
I'll run out the exit. Would they have heard me scream?
No, you don't see your friends in here at all. You head out the exit.
Okay.
Drizella, you head in, eyes closed. You start walking down this stone corridor, and you feel your mask falls off. Do you keep walking? Do you stop and try to pick it up?
I would stop and try and pick it up.
As you start reaching over the ground, you feel this odd bump, very soft next to it, and you move forward with something damp and circular, and coarse like hair, and you realise you're touching the face on the ground. And next to there's another and another, and the whole face that already touched, so the whole ground where you've touched seems to be covered in faces you cannot see, and the mask you can't find.
I sigh and stand up and hoist the bag of stuff onto my shoulder and keep walking.
As you do that, you hear something big, long, metal, or a sword falls from the bag against the ground.
A moderate sword. I just keep walking.
You keep walking. As you do, you start to hear the sound of a hammer on steel. Toom, toom, coming to your left. Toom, toom.
Don't damage Mordred's sword.
You hear not from the same place as the hammering, but from all of the voices from the mouths on the ground. Those who have no hands can do no wrong.
Oh, don't tell that to Captain Hook. Keep walking.
You keep going on. You hear the muttering of the elf again, as above, so below, as above, so below, as above, so below. And the words cut in the middle there, obsidian, as above, so below, mask, as above, so below, as
Barnacle.
above, so below. And as you say, the elf stops. You hear again from the voices below you, those who have no mouth can tell no lies.
Keep walking.
So you go along. You hear the sound of something terrible, fights going on, swords ringing out, and the sounds of people being stabbed with these swords, calls of pain, people dying. There's a great fight happening. It sounds like a dozen people on each side.
Do I get a sense of how far
Difficult.
it is?
You think, based
Sound-wise?
on the, it's not near enough to you. It's going to be a danger to you.
Yep.
But you could turn and walk towards it if you wanted to, without much difficulty. It seems to be coming from the left.
Yeah, walk towards.
As you do, you are walking, and then you just suddenly feel a sharp pain in your chest as you feel a sword blade pushed into the middle of your chest. As you hear the mouths and faces on the bottom say, "Those who have no heart can feel no hate." As you then feel the sword driven all the way through your back, and the figure holding it leans in over, embraces you, puts their head near your ear, and you hear them whisper, "But those who have none can do nothing."
Have a heart, Priscilla.
Interesting.
Can I will save to resist opening?
To resist opening my eyes,
Yes.
I'm thinking, primarily see if it's Mordred's sword he stabbed me with, because I'll be so pissed at Mordred. Mordred's given me a weapon. I walk out with no mask and Mordred's sword through my chest. Mordred is serious trouble. 17.
17 is enough. You can keep your eyes closed. You can choose to open them if you like.
No, keep my eyes closed.
Yeah. You see the sword is still there. You feel movement. Person lets go of the sword. You feel the presence of the move away from you. So you're just sitting there, sword through your chest. It hurts less than you'd expect.
Do I still hear this sort of moaning, injured?
No, the fight seems to have stopped. The injuries
And I
seem to
don't
have stopped.
hear anyone hurt.
You hear nothing. You hear the slight drip, and you feel something traveling down your back as you realize you're bleeding, and you suspect it's traveling down the sword and dropping onto the ground.
Okay, I continue to walk.
Yeah. You continue to walk. You keep walking. How quickly are you going? Eyes are closed. You
Just
regular pace?
steady. Yeah,
Yeah.
steady.
Do you have a hand out in front of anything like that?
Probably like that as an instinctive thing,
Yeah.
but not feeling for edges so much as trying if there's a narrowing of a tunnel, I'm not going to miss it, I think.
No, you feel yourself walking something large and and as you start to feel around, there's a latch made of metal. You feel a door. As you feel like you'd expect to feel kind of like a corner on the side, but there's actually a door to the left of it as well, and a door to the right. You see there are 3 doors.
So I can feel 3 doors.
You feel 3 doors. Side by side.
I open the door to the left.
Then the door to the left, absolutely. Smell of spring fills your nose. And you, the smell of spring, the smell of your mother's like apple pie, homemade dessert. I don't imagine she did much cooking, but on the rare occasion
Cinderella's
she would have done.
Mm.
Or even maybe before, before the husband and before all of that, this simple, well-cooked apple pie fills your nose as you open this door. But as you reach forward, the corridor is dead end.
Okay. Open the door on the right.
Open the door on the right. It's bitter cold wind and soured apple cider. This feeling of anger almost kind of washes over you as you open this door and then dissipates with the smell and the scent. And also is a dead end.
Open centre door.
As you open the third door, you feel birds flying past you, cawing, crowing. Can you give me a check trying to not open your
Will?
eyes? Will save you.
27.
That's enough. Flying past you, you hear a voice cackle with laughter.
Do I recognise the voice?
It sounds a little like your mother the last time you saw her.
I would open my eyes.
You open your eyes. You see someone who looks like your mother. Your mother was always a little bit shorter than you. This woman is taller by about a head, has her arms outstretched, bright pink eyes glowing, red hair flying in the wind as these birds fly around you, and then the vision fades. You're standing right on the precipice to leave. Looks like it was right behind that door was the exit.
Do I see I walk through the door. Do I see Mordred?
You do see Mordred.
Have I got Mordred's sword stuck through my chest?
No chest there. You do have your mask on.
And do I have Mordred's sword in my bag?
You do not.
Okay.
Big.
What that was?
You head in with your eyes closed.
I've lost your sword, Mordred.
You
I had it stuck through my chest.
immediately feel heat all around you. It is swelteringly hot in here. There's the sound of something very big moving very slowly, and then a huge gust of wind as whatever was moving moves quickly up into the air away from you. It's hot, it's dry. Do you continue walking?
Yes.
Yep. You continue going. You feel the heat kind of cools down rather than being all around you in all places. It seems to come from a specific point that's a little bit forwards but to your right, so you won't walk into it on the current path. And as you're walking past it, you hear that hammering, this hammering sound. Some sort of hammer on iron and metal.
Okay, I'll keep walking towards the hammering sound.
Yeah. You feel the heat of like a forge or something, and just hear someone, and you hear someone say, "Morning." Dong, dong, dong.
What did he say?
You see, they just wish you good morning.
Oh, good morning. I'll say good morning back.
So they say, "You're here for it, then?"
Yes.
Very well. Hold it tightly. Hold out your hand.
I'll hold out my hand.
So you put in your hand the hilt of a sword.
Okay, I'll grasp it tight.
You feel, as you're holding it, do you start walking on?
I will start walking on. I don't really have a scabbard or anything to put it in, so yeah.
No. So you walk on holding it. You feel the ground beneath your feet start to shift left and right, teetering, and the sword you're holding shakes violently and then explodes. You hear the sound of things splashing into water, a tree being ripped apart as wood crunches and cracks, and the sound of something clacking against stone.
Okay, I'll keep walking towards the sound that's cracking against the stone.
Yeah. You feel shards of metal underneath your feet.
Do I reckon that's the pieces of the sword.
Could be. Do you want to reach down and try and pick them up?
Yeah, I will actually. Yeah.
As you do, you feel they're completely flat, the wrong sort of thing for a sword. As you pick one up, it cracks in half, and it is in fact glass.
Okay.
And you feel as it cracks, not you, but from the glass itself, blood starts to seep out.
Oh. Okay. I'll keep walking.
You continue. You hear the sound of animals moving about in the distance. You get a bit closer, you hear the snorting of pigs.
I'll keep walking.
Yeah. You walk past the pigs, and you feel sunlight on your face. Do you see Big B walks out of the dark tunnel, holding Mordred's sword in their hand?
Oh, cool. Alright, well, good thing I kept my go sword then. And see how like my eyes when I get out. Just, yeah, at the side.
Yeah,
And
you
if
see,
I see Mordred's sword, I'll give it to Mordred.
yeah, you see you're holding Mordred's sword, the vine pattern covering it. Hand it to Mordred. You look over, see the new half of the town. Sibylla.
Yes.
You walk in. Very quickly, you feel, as you're walking, puddles of water at your feet, and then consistent water. You realize it's starting to get deeper as you're walking forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep going?
Yes.
Yeah. You keep going. It's up to your ankles, up to your shins, knees, thighs, waist, belly, shoulders, and then eventually you have to start swimming.
Can I have a look under the water?
Your eyes are closed.
Oh yeah.
You can open them if you like, but you're told that will end the
Okay. All right. No, I'll just swim.
you start swimming. You start to feel something on the top of the water, like floating. It feels like plant life, maybe. At first, there's a little bit, and there's more and more. You're having to kind of scoop it out of your way as you're going.
Yeah. Mind you, I can't swim, so this is a bit.
Wait, it's interesting. You find yourself moving through the water, and it's not that you're swimming because you just don't know how, but whatever you do to move through gets you through.
Yeah.
So you could even just be moving, walking, or still traveling through.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dream. It's it.
You feel the stuff on the surface. There's also now things underneath the water. This plant, as it starts to kind of scrape across your side as you move through the water, and one wraps around your ankle, and then you stop moving forward, and you see suddenly it pulls, and the coldness of the water swallows you as you're underneath. You can't breathe, but you're moving very, very quickly downwards. And you see through your closed eyes the light, this green light that you're dragged down towards, down towards, right around overpowering until you are suddenly standing again on the cold stone of the. Actually, what I'll do, as you're getting dragged down, can I get a will save to keep your eyes closed?
Is it feeling like in my lungs sort of thing? Oh, only a 19 this time. So that gives me 29.
29, that's plenty. You hear this slow, horrid laughter as you go down further. As you're standing back on the stone. Do you keep walking?
Yes.
You continue on. You are walking. You suddenly become aware of footsteps to the left of you.
Can I look to the left?
You can. Your eyes are still
not
closed.
look. Oh yeah. Of course. Sorry.
But as you kind of become aware of it, you hear a voice. This kind, elderly woman. As you hear her say, "Excuse me, my dear. I believe there's something we need to talk about. You'll find me in a little cottage just before Salazar Grove. I have something very important for you."
Yes. And who would you be?
So they say, "My name is Dame Gotham."
Dame
Gotham.
Oh,
Dame Gotham.
Gotham.
that's
You would know Dame Gotham as being a witch who died 80 years ago
Mhm.
and caused the Haggish succession crisis. She was the queen of the Hags, and she died unexpectedly.
Right.
And you see this figure next to you says, "Do come in front of me. For now, there's nothing. There's nothing else you want to see here. It gets rather boring after this meeting. If I was you, I'd just open your eyes and head off once."
Do I trust her?
That's up for you. You can make a perception check if you like.
Yeah, I will. That's not 10.
Hard to tell. Disembodied voice, you can't really. There's no face to read. It doesn't make sense for this to be who they're claiming to be, though. They're long dead. Okay, up for you. You can open your eyes or you cannot.
What else is there beyond we don't know?
Hard to tell. You kind of listen carefully and you can hear something up ahead. Sounds like splashing. Something. There's definitely more water.
I'll open my eyes.
You open your eyes. For a moment, you see a face before you. Big hooked nose, curled silver hair, large earrings. Very old woman. As you see, she gives you a bit of a reassuring smile, and then fades as you find yourself in the stone halls. You head on out to the other side of the ziggurat. Your friends are all there.
Oh no, sorry, were you going to say something? Does anyone look like wet or injured? Like,
Nope.
It all
The only
seems like
material difference is that
we were there, now we're there.
note is that Drizella walked in with your sword, Bigby walked out holding it.
Yeah. I'd probably ask you, what happened to your sword?
I got stabbed through the chest with it, I think.
I'll look at her traces of blood.
No, completely clean.
Oh, no, definitely. In a slightly odd, hallucinogenic way. There were dead things. There was the elf with his as above, so below, obsidian barnacles. But he shut up when you said barnacle. There was, if you have no heart, you can't do anything. And they stabbed me through the chest. And then there was the apple pie. That there was an apple pie and then some mouldy apple cider. And then I opened the door and then there were birds. Hundreds of birds flying at my head, and then a woman with pink eyes and flaming hair, and
What kind of birds?
flappy ones with wings.
When you opened your eyes, you would have seen that they were crows or ravens or some sort of corvid.
Blackbirds.
And a woman with
I didn't
pink
see
eyes?
them in enough detail to determine whether they were crow or raven, but one of their kin, and a woman with pink eyes,
Let me
who
know
may
if-
or may not have been controlling the birds.
If you see that woman again, let me know. I think it might be my mother.
Oh. She has nice hair.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay. She doesn't have nice hair. Oh,
mean,
and
it
I
might-
dropped your sword, and I'm sorry.
That's okay, I never should have given it to you.
That's brutal. Love it.
Fine. Fine. I dropped my mask and that reappeared.
Does everyone just share what they saw?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than us describing all of that 4
Yeah.
times again.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. I think we might end it there. We'll end it there because I will be ending at 11 o'clock, so I've got a combat encounter next.
Yeah, cool. I was hoping to have a bit of an early one tonight anyway.
That works out well then. We'll end that one up there. You've done Go Back. You've been to the Ziggurat. The next thing that we're going to be doing next week, and you'll have time to prepare for this, is the crossing into Salazar Glum, which is no easy thing. The you can see just from this end that the gap in the walls that shows the road that leads to the next glade is overgrown. Thickets there. You can still see where the road seldom used and
through the forest.
Through the forest. The forest has reclaimed much of it.
Would it be seen that the safest way to get from Go back to Salazar Glum is to go via Piccadilly?
You could do that if you wanted to extend your journey, absolutely.
Yes, but it would be the fun in that.
Absolutely.
Piccadilly.
You also know,
This is a
Sibylla,
Piccadilly
that
line.
the woman you spoke to, claimed to be Dame Groffel, said that they lived along this road.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely going this way. I'm just more
Down the creepy road, in the dangerous wood,
kind of comfortable
through
with
the
creepy
combat
woods.
encounter.
Yeah.
I've lived
Yes.
in creepy woods
Hell
for a long time. So.
You
I
have.
mean, maybe there'll be a combat encounter. Who knows?
Yes.
There'll be
Let's
some
not give
very
it away.
friendly people on the road.
Oh
I'm
God, Mordred's gonna save everyone. I nearly got rid of your sword though. Sorry. I thought I was carrying
See, it
your
would have been
sword
a
out.
sign that pacifism is the way, actually.
Those were not
That's
the
one
signs I got.
interpretation.
I got the signs that you could trample over the dead people, that stabbing somebody through the heart doesn't necessarily kill them, and apple pie's overrated. That is my understanding of the vision.
Yeah, that was the important bits.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about pie.
Yeah.
I get the impression
God.
that...
Thanks,
Are you off,
everybody.
Jesse?
Thanks,
See
Jesse.
you, Jesse.
See you, Jesse.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Have fun.
Cheers.
Good night. Yeah.